Welcome to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fans Sports Network.
Punishing runner.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown
For a touchdown.
Welcome in, everybody. It is your Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fans Sports Network. We're at Pineview High School as they're getting ready to host the Canyon View Falcons. The Panthers and Falcons, former Region 9 rivals, but now just Southern Utah teams that get a matchup in the preseason. Caden Formaster here. We got Paul Ratliff. We got Cody Wilstead all hanging out with you here up top above Panther Stadium tonight. Boys, we ready for this matchup?
Yeah, it's going to be a tale of two different stories from week one, of course, as Pineview obviously hung 42 points but gave up 58. It was kind of a track meet style game. On the other end, you had Canyon View win a 21-3 defensive struggle against Mountain View in week one. So kind of a tale of two stories from these two different teams. One a defensive struggle with a little bit of points scored, and the other in a full-on track meet. So it's interesting to see what we're going to see tonight, but I'm expecting a thriller and a great game, Cade.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really good one. I know that both these teams, talking about it in prep throughout the week, that both of these teams are similarly matched at their skill level, and the spread on this game is just about 3 points. I mean, it's not going to be too much here. So, Cody, what are you looking forward to in this one today?
I'm looking forward to Pineview's quarterback, Levi Shaw. Being here, having his dad coach me, I saw the kid grow up. I think I started seeing him around our practices when he was 8 years old.
Wow.
So, I've known him for a while. When he got the number 13, and he wore 3 as a freshman, and he shot me a text like, hey, I'm wearing this, loved watching you. So I'm really excited to watch Levi tonight, so I hope he can tear it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Levi, 351 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. The guy's going to take shots and try to create advantages for his receivers by throwing guys open and creating space for them using his mobility, not to get out and scramble per se. He only had 2 yards rushing last week, but he showed his ability to maneuver through the pocket, manipulate the pocket, and get himself throwing lanes. So I think you're right, Cody. Levi's the man to watch tonight for the Pineview Panthers, absolutely.
And alongside of Levi goes the targets, right? He's got to be able to throw to somebody. 2 of those that have been the most successful for him are really the tight ends right now. You have Brock Harrison and Corbin Yoakum, who are the 2 leading receivers right now for the Panthers. And interestingly enough, that it's coming from the tight end position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the 5-star recruit, Brock Harris, steals a lot of the headlines. He's a dangerous red zone threat in Region 9, accruing 3 touchdowns last week. If you haven't seen the youngster play yet, you're in for a treat. The size, the physical style of route running, and the 50-50 ball mastery make Brock Harris every bit of the 5-star ranking he has garnered. 5 catches, 68 yards, 3 touchdowns in the season opener. Expect more of the same from this elite prospect. Also, Corbin Yoakum. He measures at 6'2". He's a big-bodied kid. Had over 80 yards, or over 100 yards last week. 8 receptions, 113 yards, and a touchdown. So you're right. Yes, Caden, that tight end room for the Panthers is very potent and very dangerous as far as their playmaking ability.
Cody, tell me a little bit about your point of view as someone who has seen a lot of football here in Southern Utah. You ever seen a kid like Brock Harris and the amount of eyeballs that are coming his way?
The only kid I could say would probably be Panay Sewell, but I mean, those are two different
play styles, two different positions. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember Panay had Nick Saban coming into St. George, Utah.
Sure,
and so
right.
I know Brock Harris has traveled all over the country, has those big offers. So that would be my comparison, would be Panay, who's one of the best left tackles in the NFL right now. Not to toot Brock's horn too much, but hey, those are big shoes to follow.
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think right alongside that, we're looking at the future of not just, Region 9 football over this season and next season, but we're showing that Utah is a home for football. When you look across even just the NFL and you look at, you see these maps of where are most of the players from. Of course, you see a lot in Florida and Texas, Louisiana. You see a lot in the South and California. Utah's really like an island. It just sits there with a lot of professional talent. And, hey, you know what? Southern Utah's adding to that. We're coming around where we are producing really good football players, and I think that's really cool to see, and we're going to see some here tonight. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's switch on over to the Canyon View side. Canyon View has a few guys that I'm really excited to watch tonight. One of those, personally, for me, is going to be Trenton Ludlow, who works both sides of the ball and does so very well.
Yeah, 50 yards receiving last week, 10 tackles in the Mountain View game. He's a definite two-way star, a truck on defense. I mean, this guy gets downhill fast, makes hard contact collisions at the point of attack. And as far as receiving the ball, soft hands, gets open. He's a true two-way star in high school, where we see less and less of guys playing two ways now because of how big rosters are, how competitive it is, the fatigue factor of playing two ways. So, I mean, a two-way star is to say the least about this kid. Ludlow is a stud and just one of many on this Canyon View team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think you're right about that. Just being the stud that he is, he's going to be one that's going to be a threat for the rest of the season, obviously. But in this game tonight, you're going to be hearing his name called multiple times. And then you go over to Ryder Miller, who was the leading receiver last week with 62 yards. Ryder Miller is going to be another guy that we're going to be hearing a lot of tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to be hearing his name.
Ryder Miller, Trenton Ludlow, and Deacon Davies are going to be the guys that you're going to be hearing about tonight for the Canyon View Falcons. Those are going to be their triplet of trio, whatever you want to call it, of skilled players that are going to make a big impact on this game. So
absolutely,
keep those names in mind going forward.
Well, guys, let's hop aside. Let's take a break for just a little bit here inside of the pregame show. I want to thank some of our great sponsors. Back inside the studio, we had a Region 9 tailgate show that led us up to the action. 6 o'clock was the Desert Hills kickoff tonight. So we had our tailgate show kicking off at 5 o'clock on the radio side, and that was built by Bucks Ace Hardware, Down East Outlet, Honolulu Grill, and Findlay Subaru. So I want to thank those guys back in the studio for bringing that to us here tonight. We are going to step aside here inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. When we come back, we get to the keys to the game and more here on the Fan Sports Network.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Welcome back in, everybody. Boulevard Home, Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network. It's Keaton Formaster here. We have Paul Ratliff, Cody Wilstead, the whole crew in the house tonight for this Pineview Panther versus the Canyon View Falcons matchup. Good weather. We had some wind coming through. It's a bit windy, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't mind a little bit of weather. I was going to say we have our national anthem, but we got the students up here practicing. So if you hear it, I was hearing it and I was like, wait a second, did I miss an announcement? We've got some students practicing it behind us. So if you hear us, that's what's going on. All right, guys, jumping into it. Keys to the game here. We have Keys to the Game brought to you by Everbowl. Let's take a look at what we have here. Guys, Keys to the Game for Canyon View. First up, bump and run.
Yeah, there's no way that Canyon View should allow Pine View's wide receivers to run free. I mean, that's going to be the biggest detriment to their team tonight is if they get wide open receivers for Levi Shaw, fresh off a 6-touchdown game to throw to. So bump and run's going to be key. Slow these receivers from their releases.
Yeah, the big thing, too, as well, exposing that Pineview defense. The reason we bring this up has a lot to do with what happened last week. Pineview's defense did not look all that hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Defense was a little, I wouldn't say just beleaguered and run through, but they had some big plays, chunk plays throughout the game going against them quite frequently. So this is going to be a cleanup effort tonight. I think we're going to see a totally different Pineview defense.
Yep, and then, of course, limiting Pineview scoring. They had a good run at it last week where they did put up a lot of scoring, but problem is, again, they allowed a lot of scoring as well. So if Canyon View can limit that Pineview scoring, another key in their favor. Over to the Pineview side, Cody, you'd kind of mentioned this. You're excited to see Levi. Key to the game here, just let Levi be Levi.
I love that. Just put the ball in the quarterback's hands. Let him do whatever he feels the rhythm of the game's going, because everything's going to go from what the quarterback's doing. I actually think the national anthem's going right now.
No, we just got the students standing. The fans are still down. I think we're waiting. Yeah, we got we still got some guys waiting out there. We're good.
Everyone took their hats off. But yeah, so I love that. That's key to the game. Just let the kid go out there, sling it, do what's comfortable. He does need to bring his completion percentage up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was really low last week, and it's a difficult thing to do at times when you're throwing the ball as many times as he did. But if we can see an increase in that completion percentage, I think he's going to put up some big numbers again tonight.
Absolutely. Target the hot hand in the red zone. We had talked about this as far as it being whoever it needs to be, right? Brock Harris might be one of those guys. Corbin Yoakum might be one of those guys as well. But whoever's the guy that's able to get open, you're going to see a double team on Brock Harris a lot because of just who he is.
Yeah.
So is that hot hand somebody else? That's the guy to go to in the red zone.
Yeah, it could be Maka Faiafia, the senior wide receiver. I think he could emerge tonight. Had a nice week last week, had over 80 yards. So between the three, Harris, Maka Faiafia, and then Corbin Yoakum, that's a pretty potent trio of skill players.
Yep, and then alongside that, again, just learn from the defensive mistakes. I think that's a point we've definitely hit on a lot, and we don't want to overdo it there. But, again, just making sure that the defense knows how to slow it down here for Pineview is going to be another one of those big keys. Brought to you by Everbowl. They have acai bowl smoothies that are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. Check out Everbowl over by Dick's Sporting Goods. All right, guys, as we are getting closer to that national anthem here, just a few more points to send us on our way in our pregame show here. Canyon View, Pineview, as we mentioned, former Region 9 rivals. Back when you were playing, Canyon View was still in the region, weren't they?
Yes, for my first 2 years.
For a little bit, yeah.
The second two is when they decided to split off. They went to the division lower than us, but I played them every year but my senior year.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you're somewhat familiar with the school and whatnot. And again, being that they are Southern Utah school, a 3A school, they're still within our range here on the Fan Sports Network. So we want to make sure to give them the proper shout out. We are so happy whenever we have these Southern Utah matchups, whether it's 3A against 4A or not, doesn't matter. We're just happy to have them in the house here tonight. So.
Absolutely.
I agree. Guys, we're going to step aside here. National anthem coming up, and then when we come back, we're going to be getting into kickoff on the Fan Sports Network inside your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Boulevard Home, making your house a home for 50 years here in Southern Utah. Another one of our amazing sponsors here for Region 9 Athletics and bringing you sports all season long. All right, we're going to get to a break. When we come back, kickoff on the Fan Sports Network.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Buck's Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Findlay Subaru.
Back out of here on the Fan Sports Network. It's your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Want to give a shout out to some of our great sponsors. House of Jump. If you purchase 1 hour of jump time Monday to Thursday, you can mention you heard it here. Get $10 in the arcade for free. Also, don't forget to book your birthday party there. Visit houseofjump.com. Coming up shortly, you guys are going to be getting into kickoff, but let's talk real quick about our Findlay Subaru Star Watch. Who is the star of the game that we're looking forward to watching here today?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's simple on this one. You got to go with Brock Harris. He's the phenom. He's the guy for this Pineview offense, the red zone man, the 3 touchdowns last week, had a long of 33, so he can definitely, in the open field, make some moves and extend plays as well and get down the field quick. But in the red zones where he makes his hay, he is a stud when you get inside that 20-yard line.
Cody, who do you got your eyes on for the Findlay Subaru Star Watch?
I mean, it's got to be Brock Harris, just Paul is saying, but for different reasons. Because I think he is going to get doubled, maybe even triple teamed sometimes tonight because of how dominant of a force he is, that it's going to pull attention from the defense, leave other guys wide open for Levi to be able to hit.
Absolutely. Agreed.
It's brought to you by Findlay Subaru. You can check out their all-star lineup of Subarus on the saving side of the freeway or online at findlaysubaru.com. PineviewPanthers.com. Pineview Panthers still haven't taken the field over there. We got the music playing. It's coming around. They're going to be heading on the field here shortly. We still got the cheerleaders all lined up in the tunnel ready to invite the Panthers out onto the field. And then after that, we will have our coin toss. So we're still a little ways away here from kickoff tonight. Again, just past the 7 o'clock hour, 7:01. With that said, again, we've got a lot of great games going on tonight all across southern Utah and really the whole state of Utah. We mentioned this one here, obviously. We also have Desert Hills and Lehigh, which has been going on. Lehigh taking it to Desert Hills right now with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. It's 21-0 in favor of Lehigh. So that one's, again, a little bit of a struggle right now on that side.
Yeah, it was kind of an uphill battle we were expecting with a 6A team coming down the road to play Desert Hills, and also Bingham taking on Crimson Cliffs tonight as well. So a couple 6A schools making the way down I-15 to play some southern Utah schools tonight. So interesting matchups. They're obviously a different level of competition, but it's not going Desert Hills' way right now.
Yeah, and here they come with Back in Black playing in the background, flags waving. The first home game here for the Pineview Panthers. And this is a team that's going to see a lot of home games late in the season. Last year, they had a whole bunch of home games early in the season. Their senior night was very early. I mean, we're talking early October was senior night last year. So I think they're happy to be playing at home now, but we're going to see a lot of Panthers at home later on in the season. But for now, preseason matchup here at Panther Stadium as the Panthers get back onto the sideline. We'll get ready for coin toss coming your way. You guys were both out at a Hurricane game last week. Hurricane taking on Moapa Valley this week. Hurricane a little bit of a different program as we take a quick look around Region 9. They got a new head coach out there.
Yeah, Jerry Cowan, he was real fiery on the sideline last week. Dylan Gabriel, 3 total touchdowns. I know, Cody, you were really impressed with his effort as a dual-threat quarterback, and they've got some pieces there in Hurricane. We were really delightfully surprised about how far along this team is with a new coach in year one.
Yeah, I definitely thought they had opportunities on the table to make that game closer, if not even win that ball game. They had a couple unfortunate turnovers, you know, that I think slowed them down. But I loved their quarterback. Yeah, I loved watching him run the ball. Ran hard all the time. I'd love to see a little more in his passing game, a little more effort.
Only 11 attempts last week.
Yeah, exactly. A little more emphasis, not effort, emphasis on getting him to throw the ball. Sure. And so that'll be fun to watch as the year develops.
Yeah, absolutely. Coin toss going on right now at midfield. It's brought to you today by City of St. George Recreation. Now is the time. Obviously, it's always time for sports in southern Utah, but make sure to check out sgcityrec.org to see what they've got going on, where you can start your kids' journey in sports. So go check out, again, City of St. George Recreation if you want to get your kids signed up to play some athletics here in southern Utah.
It looks like the captains for the Pineview Panthers, as they are facing us directly, are Boston Wilden, the senior offensive lineman, and it looks like number 41, Carson Curtis, the outside linebacker, senior, number 86, Brock Harris, of course, and number...
It's 66. You get Boston Wilden.
I got Wilden.
20. Yeah, perfect. Then 20. Number 20, Kaysen Himmelwright as well.
The senior.
And you know, coming from Pineview, Brock Harris is a junior. I know how important they take their captains, and every year I was here, it was always a senior.
Yeah.
And so him being a junior just shows what kind of
respect level. Yeah.
What kind of person he is too.
Well,
Absolutely.
guys, we already have a flag on the plate. We already have a little yellow flag out there, and I think that has to do with the delay of the Pineview Panthers coming out today, would be my guess. I don't know if that's what it's for, but I would assume it's for a little bit of a delay in getting onto the field here this evening. But we will see. They again, coin toss now done. We're just getting ready for that kickoff. So coming your way shortly. Guys, again, this is a matchup I'm really excited about. Again, it's a close one. It's going to be really tight. We talked about this before, that both of these teams have really solid offenses. This could be a high-scoring game. This very well could be a high-scoring game tonight.
Delay of game on Pineview.
Yep, there it is, delay of game, sure enough.
Never seen that. All my years of football, I've never seen a pre-game penalty like that.
Yeah. And again, like we said, we kind of assumed that's what it would be since it took him so long to get out. But, Coach Boyer must have had something nice to say to him. He just wanted to hype him up before this ball game here. But receiving will be Pineview here to start the ball game.
I think a key thing to pay attention to is this wind and what direction it's going, because the offense is going to have some trouble if they're throwing into the wind.
Right. Yeah, Canyon View definitely got the luck here. They're kicking with the wind, so this one should easily sail to the back of the end zone here. But as you're talking about as well, Cody, yeah, working into the wind, not always the easiest thing to do here tonight.
All right, fellas. Well, it's about go time here.
It is.
Looking forward to this one.
Kickoff coming your way. And we got some news, too. Number 5, Trenton Ludlow, Bubba Ludlow, as they call him. So, Bubba Ludlow, we're going to be calling his name a few different times tonight.
Yeah. Had a 47-yard touchdown last week. We were informed by our Canyon View source, so he absolutely can make big plays. Bubba is the star watch for Canyon View tonight, absolutely.
Well, here we go. Offense on the field, ball at the 20-yard line. We talked about Levi Shaw leading this offense. And we'll see what he brings here. Takes a snap, hands it off with the run up the middle, and not much room to run there as he's stopped right about at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 8, Kyle Richardson, gets his first carry of the game. He had 20 carries last week for 85 yards, 4.3 yards per carry. He has the burst. He's got video game handles on his shiftiness and jukes, but he's only 5'9", 170, so the amount of carry is going to be another thing to watch here.
Taking the snap, looking back to pass. Goes up with it to Harris, who brings it in for a couple of yard gain.
And Brock Harris there. A nice out route, nice design, but number 1, Asher Slack for the Canyon View Falcons shut that down pretty quickly with a booming hit on the outside.
He's definitely got to be careful watching those corners are keeping their eyes in on the tight ends.
Absolutely.
So here we go, 3rd down. About 7 to go. Snaps away. Again, looking to pass. Pocket around him. Has a guy right open in the middle. Easy catch for the first down. Taken down by a whole swarm of Falcons.
That looks like Maka Fayafia as the senior collects his first ball of the night on a kind of a comeback route. Kind of came back to that one, made a play for his quarterback, saw the eyes of Levi, and kind of matched him and followed his eyes and got the ball to the hands of Fayafia, and he makes the play.
So on 1st down, 1st and 10, brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Harris goes in motion, snap away, looking to pass. Goes into the middle, brought in and pushing forward is Corbin Yoakum for 2nd down, about 5.
That was a great catch by number 1. That was a little low and away. Got it out there with his hands, got it in, secured, and got a couple extra yards after even.
Absolutely. And some of those guys up front, Boston Wilden, Landon Bishop, big number 77 and 66, really providing a great pocket for Levi Shaw early in this game.
Make it 2nd and 4 here for the Panthers. Snap away, hand off. Taking it up the middle, trying to follow a block. It's down to the 45-yard line for Kyle Richardson.
Richardson, kind of that workhorse back for the Panthers. They don't really rotate too many backs in, and he looks as if he was digging upfield and just couldn't really, the line of the Canyon View Falcons held strong there and really prevented any extra yardage or yards after contact.
3rd and 1, again, a handoff going up the middle, and it's plenty for a 1st down here for the Panthers.
And again, Richardson just finding the way through the line. And again, it's Boston Wilden plowing the way through there. Big number 66, the senior 6'3", 305, kind of filling in for that leader among the offensive line after Camden Smith departs to Utah Tech last year. He's had a great start to this game along the front in the trenches.
Starting off here at the 48-yard line. Pass over in the flat to Harris. He pulls it in. He's wrapped up. And taken down. He's able to pull forward back to that original line of scrimmage. Taken down by Bubba Ludlow.
That was a great play. Bubba Ludlow right there was the free safety on the other side of the field. He saw Brock Harris come in motion, and he darted all the way across the field through his fellow teammates to make that tackle. That was an incredible play.
Still somehow gained a yard off of that as well. Great stop, though, by the Falcons to only allow that to be a yard. Panthers lined up. Here's the snap. Going handoff, following a block to the near side, and has a lot of room to run before finally taken down for the first down at the 41-yard line.
And that was big number 52, Josh Bowler, the senior, leading the way up through that lane for Richardson to get that play made. And the blocking early on, the pulling of the guards and the great pass blocking of the tackles of Pineview has been solid so far in this game.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Overthrown. He was looking over to Quade Sorensen. Sorensen didn't even try to jump. He knew that was well over his head on
and
that
even if that ball is caught, I think it's blown up in the backfield. So maybe better that it's incomplete. I think Caneyview had a beat on that. Again, Asher Slack was coming up and making a play on the ball, it looked like, and that would have been a loss. So probably a good disaster averted there for Pineview.
Shaw takes a snap. Rolling off to the near side. Gets it to his intended receiver on the last play, Sorensen, who pushes forward for a couple of yards.
I do love the setup that Coach Shaw had right there. He did the fake slip screen first play, then went back to a fake slip to streaks down the field. Levi Shaw did a great job seeing that they weren't open, just checked it right back down to the screen and got a couple extra yards.
And it was a good form tackle by Trexton Nickel as he made a good play there for the Falcons.
3rd and 8. Shaw drops back. Goes right through the middle with it. Flag on the play. It's brought in by Fiafaya.
Oh.
He gets enough for a first down, but again, a flag out there on the play.
It looked like there was a face mask on Maka there as well, but I don't think that was called. But I think they're going to tag Pineview for a holding here most likely.
It looks like Brock Harris is down. He might have gotten held in the middle of his route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a great route by Maka. Did a little post curl, got to the sticks, got beyond the sticks, was able to come back, caught it, turned upfield.
Holding is the call.
All right.
Yeah, I think Brock, when he was cutting across the middle, the linebacker just got a hold of him, didn't want him to get wide open.
And he probably would have been open on that crossing route as he was coming across and had a good trajectory to that route. So Pineview offense running like a well-oiled machine for the 2nd week in a row so far.
And inside the red zone now as they start off at the 18-yard line. Shaw takes the snap and he drops back to pass.
Looking for
across
him.
The middle. Got Fiafai. No! Hit him in the hands, but he could not bring it down.
I'm surprised he went to the single receiver side right there with the safety playing over there. But, you know, put up a great ball where his receiver could get it. Unfortunately, a little bit high. Had a good safety coming across. I do love the tempo that Pineview is running with right now, though, keeping the defense on their toes.
Absolutely. 2nd down here. Got 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Rolling out near side. Shaw puts it up in the middle and puts it into some decent coverage right there. Quade Sorensen, it's stopped and pushed down to the ground.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw to throw into multiple Falcon defenders, and it just seemed as if that play was kind of doomed from the start as Levi was on the roll, couldn't set his feet. It just wasn't really set up well. Now brings up 3rd and 10, and this is a drive that was so prosperous in the beginning. You just hope you can end this with Pater and get 7.
So here we go on 3rd down. Shaw looking to pass. Pocket collapses in around him. He rolls near side deep into the corner of the end zone. It's tipped away, incomplete.
That was really good coverage on Corbin Yoakum, who had the size on the 2 defenders that were going after that ball, but they just suffocated that route and suffocated that ball from getting to Yoakum. And it ends in a, most likely, I'm wondering what Pineview's wanting to do here.
It's tough. You're going into the wind. You don't know if you really want to kick it here.
Sure.
I can understand the hesitation for going for the field goal on a 4th down. And you've been moving the ball fairly well, but not necessarily in 10-yard chunks.
And not in the red zone as of yet. So we'll see what they do here, as it looks as if they're going to go.
The wind definitely does not favor a kicker here. This ball snapped away, and Shaw is going to look to pass. He's got nobody there. It's incomplete.
They tried going back to that post curl route, this time with Quade Sorensen, and just a little out to the right. Don't know if that got away from him or what, but just a little inaccurate there by Levi. Canyon View ball.
And this is the moment I've been waiting for in this game, guys, as we're about to see the Pineview defense, as they just let up 56 to Manti a week ago. How do they respond? What's the sense of urgency to be better, get better week by week? And this is their first chance to do better than last week, so let's see how they look.
Big look here for Carson Curtis, offensive linebacker, who really helped the defense as much as possible here. And we got ourselves a little bit of a jump flag already before we've even had a snap of the ball for Canyon View.
Looks like it's going to be a neutral zone infraction. Offsides on the Pineview Panthers. Getting a little jumpy there to start. A little excitement, I bet, of course, getting back on the field, trying to right the wrongs of last week.
So 1st and 5 as the Panthers get rolling. Excuse me, as the Falcons get rolling. Taking it here near side, being chased down by the Panthers. Good stiff arm.
Is that number
17, Jason Higgins? Great outside run, try to get a couple more yards, set up 2nd and short. Maybe can take a shot right here, knowing they don't need too many for a 1st down.
Always love to take a shot. I mean, you as a quarterback on a 2nd and short type situation, that's one of the best times to go play action and let it fly, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Always wanted them throwing deep on these 2nd and shorts, maybe get a pass interference, maybe make a huge play.
Sure.
They go trips far side. Deegan Davies, quarterback here for the Falcons. Takes a snap. He's got pressure coming at him. Gets rid of the ball ahead of time, but nowhere to go with it. Just overthrown his receiver.
And that was outside linebacker, the senior, the captain, Carson Curtis, coming around the edge, applying the pressure. And maybe a half second, he gets there a half second earlier. That's a sack, but he forces the incompletion. And as we hear the band start to chime in with the drum line and the crowd start to get into it here on this first 3rd down of this game for Pineview.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. The Falcons taking their time. They want to draw out the right play here. And we are scoreless, of course, here in the 1st quarter on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Sends a guy in motion, looking towards that flat. Has the open receiver. It's Bubba. He's taken off horizontally down the field, but it's plenty for a 1st down. Gets to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Bubba Ludlow obviously made some big plays on defense the last sequence for the Falcons, and now he's contributing on the offensive end. We talked about him in the pregame. He's a two-way star as we see him take the ball, like Caden, you were saying, horizontally, not getting upfield, but weaving and bobbing his way through to find yards.
Fabus Reddy's 1st down here for the Falcons. Snaps away. Handoff. No, taking it up himself. Straight up the middle for a gain of 5.
I just want to talk about that last play a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw that. They sent their running back in motion to the short side of the field and then did a tunnel screen underneath that swing motion. And the quarterback, Deegan Davies, did a great job of looking at that swing route like he was going to throw. Got the whole Pineview defense going towards the boundary side. Had that tunnel screen underneath, and there was nobody there for the Pineview defense to make a stop. I love that play call.
Absolutely.
It was. Go against the grain on him a little bit.
Pineview showing pressure. It's in slack in motion. Rolling far side. Got his receiver. And that's Asher Slack right there.
Yeah, Asher
After going
Slack.
in motion, Paul hauls it in for a 1st down.
He's the motion man, and he's the money man for the 1st down for the Falcons. And another guy that plays 2 ways, was a force on the 1st drive defensively for the Falcons and making his name known early in this one on the offensive side of the football as well.
Looking to push past midfield here are the Falcons on 1st down. Davies takes a snap. They roll out Near side, wide open receiver at the 40-yard line. Again, Asher Slack.
Slack starting to make an impact on this game and kind of just sat down in the kind of the soft spot in the zone there for the Panthers, as there was 3 defenders in the vicinity but not right on him, so he was able to make that play and quickly get dumped, but still picks up another first down for the Falcons, and they're starting to roll a little bit here on their first offensive possession.
It's nice to see Deegan Davies on the run. You know, we had that first drop back pass. He stayed in the pocket, got rushed, and now he's moving outside the pocket, getting a lot more rollouts, able to make throws and have time.
And they like that. They like putting the line in motion, putting the quarterback in motion, trying to throw this defense off here by rolling everyone in a direction. This one's pitched backwards on a run, near side. Not enough blockers there for Seth Morris.
Yeah, and that on the play is Kason Himmelwright, the senior safety for the Panthers. He came up and laid the boom there. Kind of that play looked a little more prosperous and maybe more yardage to be had, but it was quickly shut down by Himmelwright.
We got 4:20 left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for the Falcons. Ball on the 41-yard line. Davies takes the snap. Looking to throw, dives in and back out. Gets the pass away. It's nearly intercepted as well. If it wasn't tipped away by the receiver, that could have been ugly there for the Falcons.
Yeah, Kason Himmelwright, just mentioned him last play, was right there. Could have had the opportunity for the interception, but just the timing of the deflection kind of threw him off, and he wasn't able to get his hands on the ball. But looks like a flag down on the Canyon View side of the field.
There is indeed, yes.
Looks like it's an ineligible man downfield. They're asking Pineview what they'd like to do.
Well, and that is the question, right? Do you go 2nd and long, or do you keep it 3rd and 9 here?
It looks like Pineview's going to decline and just take the 3rd down.
I like that decision.
You like that?
I do.
Yeah.
You know, 8 yards is hard to get, especially in high school. Giving them 2 chances to go 14 yards, 13 yards, that's...
Snaps away. Davies looking pass, goes into the middle with it. Has room to run. Plenty of room. He's across the 25. Jukes him out of the 20. Finally taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Again, right there, they did that variation of a crossing tunnel screen where you had the quarterback, who is a lefty, by the way, for those that aren't able to see, rolling out to his right, and then had a tunnel screen coming from the right back to the left across the middle. And again, Pineview just overflowed on their defense. Didn't have anyone there for the comeback screen.
And the offensive line just letting the blocks go. It's a typical screen pass situation where you want the guys coming upfield and throw under them. So
Davies going to take it himself up the middle, gets wrapped up and brought down in the backfield.
That was a solid play there by number 32, Eli Nelson, the senior linebacker, 5'5", 210, kind of a mighty. Big-bodied kid makes a big-bodied play there as he slung down that Falcon.
We'll see if Pineview's defense can shut down the Canyon View Falcons offense here now that they're in the red zone.
When we talked about in the pregame how much wind could play a factor here for the Falcons, the first half is going to go for them very well if you're looking at kicking field goals here. Because this is a handoff taken up the middle. He's wrapped up early, and Panthers swarm around and take him down for no gain.
Eli Nelson once again on back-to-back plays, just bringing the boom and coming downhill fast for the Panthers. And what an impressive sequence by this young man.
And they do give him a gain of only a yard there. Watch it again here on the Holbrook asphalt replay again. Trying to follow the blockers, but the blockers just weren't moving. The size of the Panthers got to him a little bit there. On 3rd and 10, Davies, the lefty going up the middle. It's picked off by the Panthers. Still on his feet, gets past the 15-yard line. Pineview.
Kason Himmelwright again, my friend.
Man, he made a great play. He saw the routes develop in front of him, came up from the safe position, cut off that curl route that Deegan Davis was throwing to, just stepped right in front of the receiver. Nice pick. Great turnover right there for the Panthers.
That was a massive defensive possession for that senior safety, Kason Himmelwright, as he made multiple plays, had a chance at one pick, couldn't get his hands on it. He's not going to make that same mistake again. This time gets those mitts on it and takes it the other way for the Panthers. And we've got a 0-0 ball game, one possession for each team. Kind of posturing, feeling each other out right now. Big plays made by both defenses. Let's see if the offenses can start to light it up a little bit here.
So Panther offense back on it for 1st and 10. Snap away. Play action, going up the middle. It's tipped. But nothing there. It's now 2nd down.
They tried a little RPO right there where the safety number 3, Dax Nickel, came up. He came in like he was going to blitz, so Levi pulled it, threw it, but Dax made a great play. Got up in the air, got his hands on it, almost tipped it to his cornerback for a pick right there.
Gameview defense very active. They swarm to the ball. Like Coach Burke has just always made this a team that's going to fly to the football, and we've seen that early on.
Pineview trips near side, snap away. Shaw going up through the gap right there with a lot of room to run. Faya past the 40, the 30, SB1 guy can't get past him, rolls away from it, down to the 20-yard line.
And Maka dragging tacklers one by one as he springs for that huge gain, but towards the end of it, tracked down by a couple defenders, but he's dragging them one by one, as we see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay there. He did not want to go down, Caden Cody. I mean, this guy was just rolling down the field.
Oh, yeah, made a great catch, got up the field, stayed in bounds on a tight boundary. Just a great play and great hustle by the backside safety.
Snaps away, pass again. This time over to Quate Sorensen, who goes down near the line to gain, just about a yard short of it.
Yeah, Quate Sorensen plays that perfect slot in Region 9. He's only 5'7", 150, but he gets in those pockets in the zone and creates open opportunities for his quarterback, Levi Shaw, to deliver the football. Richardson around the end to the 10, the 5.
Nearly gets over there.
Number 8, Kyle Richardson, down to the 3-yard line.
Down to the 3, they say.
Yeah.
1st and goal.
Yeah, they're set up going in here, and this has been a dream drive after you get the interception, a chance to get points off a turnover here. And
looks like they're in Wildcat now.
Yeah.
Levi Shaw just came off the field. Who do they have? Is that number 36?
Looks like number 1.
It is number 36, indeed.
He went in a running back. You
Melosi
got your tight end, Corbin Yoakum, taking the snap.
And they go right up with it with Yoakum. He's in for the touchdown.
And that's what 6'2", 220 pounds does for you right down there on the goal line. And they also had number 32, Eli Nelson, down there leading the way, being his lead blocker in that Wildcat formation. Love to see that, as he just made multiple plays on the other end of the field on defense. Pineview got some two-way stars going for him as well.
We don't love to see him limping off to the sideline, though. He had a couple great tackles on that last defensive drive.
Yeah.
Going in for that one play and coming off limping, that's not a good sign. I do love the Wildcat play call, though. They're on the 3-yard line. That's a fun play, gets more people involved, and not something I expected to see tonight from Pineview.
Yeah, not at all. And point after is good. So there we go. First score of the game, Pineview up 7-0 over Canyon View. We're going to step aside, take a quick 30-second break. Be back right after this on the Fan Sports Network.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Welcome back in. Pineview Panthers, they take the early lead, 7-0 here. I say early, but it comes near the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of defensive stands by both teams in the first possessions. But now we saw the Pineview offense quickly matriculate down the field. Obviously, that big play by Maka Faiafia as he makes the play there to get them in scoring position right down on Main Street, and they figure it out and get on in for the easy touchdown. And now we look at the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, 7-0 up there for the Panthers.
Yep, Panthers now kicking off to the Falcons. They send it down, picked up just on the other side of the 5-yard line, taking it here near side, crossing the 20. A flag out on the play as well. And that was taken over here by Brett Links, or excuse me, I believe that was Chase. Is that number 20? Who was that brought that over? 21?
I think it was number 8.
That was the returner?
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, flag on the play here, and we'll see where they end up as they marking it right now at the 20. Holding on the receiving team, Falcons.
Now Pineview about to potentially have a shutout quarter here. 7-0, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. They just had a huge turnover that led to a score. I think if they can get another stop here and give the ball back to their high-octane offense, we could start seeing Pineview kind of assert themselves in this game. But a stop here is key.
So here we go, taking it all the way across the far side. Plenty of room to run and enough for a first down and more.
Yeah, that's number 18, Brett Langston. I'm sorry, Price Atwood on the carry, correction.
And they may let this one just tick away to the end of the first quarter here. Only 8 seconds on that clock. Maybe they'll try to get one more play. And they don't. The clock hits 0. So that brings out the end of the first quarter here on the Fan Sports Network. We're going to take a quick 60-second break. When we return, Pineview Panthers, Canview Falcons. Panthers leading 7-0. Falcons in control of the football when we come back.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, Udine Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
It's the second quarter here on the Fan Sports Network. Inside your Boulevard home game of the week, the Falcons marching here on a 1st and 10. Snap is away. It's a handoff. Bounces off some defenders, keeps rolling away to the far side, crosses the 30-yard line near the first down marker.
And yeah, not good penetration there from the Pineview front, as if there was any penetration into the backfield, that might have been stopped up, as that was a long horizontal running play, and there was just no gap control really for the Pineview defensive line. Canyon View starting to assert themselves up front a little bit in the run game.
On 2nd and 1. Davey takes the snap, goes with a handoff. A lot of room up the middle. It finally brought down after crossing the 45, and that's easy run for a first down.
I like how this drive they're going to the field side more. They're giving themselves a little more room. Their first drive they went a lot of boundary run plays, and they just kept running right into Pineview defenders. But this time they're using their speed. They're getting to the wide side of the field, and it's working out for them.
Good things are happening,
yeah.
right? And another tackle there by Case and Himmelwright, the guy who had the interception, multiple plays last drive. He has just been a stud tonight for the Panthers. But sometimes not best when your safety's making a ton of plays for you. You want to see the linebackers and the defensive linemen tackle the ball carriers more often. But he's still playing great.
Davies with the quick pass over to Miller. Miller going far side with it, gains 7, maybe more. Good passing play there by the Falcons.
Yeah, just nice little screen play. The receivers made a great job. They held on to their blocks for enough time to let number 4, Ryder Miller, get out there and get upfield.
And sure enough, 2nd and 1. Again, facing a 2nd 1 here, this time on the 45-yard line inside Panther territory. Going under center for this one, pushing forward. And it's enough for the first down. Started to follow the block, but rolled out of it.
It was a great job by the nose tackle. They tried doing a quarterback sneak, and the quarterback got held up. The nose tackle, I think that's number 90 for Pineview. Andy Paiva?
Yeah, just a sophomore. Andy is 6'3", 290. Definitely fills a lot of space in there. And I was talking about the gap control. That was great gap control.
Hand it off, taking it to the far side. Room to run, gets, I believe, enough for a first down.
11 yards and a Falcon first down.
Yeah.
And it indeed is a first down there for the Falcons.
Chain started to move for Canyon View here as they're using, like Cody, you were saying, using the wide side of the field, getting out there, using their speed. And these counters and things to the other side of the field are really starting to hurt Pineview a little bit. And now they go 3 wide here. Let's see what Canyon View has in store.
On 1st and 10, snap away, screen play. Not much room to run there. The defense read it well and brought down at the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a tackle made by number 28, Joseph Burgess, the senior linebacker, as he filled that hole quickly and got over to that spot, made that play. And it just shows that the pressure of the Pineview defensive front hasn't been there all day, but the linebackers are really filling well and finding the holes in the zone and these open receivers. That was just a screen play that was blown up quickly.
I love the DN, number 49, Daniel Maya, got out there really fast. He saw the quarterback look out there, and he busted his butt to get out there and make that tackle.
On 2nd and 10, Falcons. Davies takes a snap. Passes it up, and then it's tipped and falls to the turf. That was Ludlow, the intended receiver.
And they were setting up yet another middle screen there as the Pineview pressure was coming because of the Canyon View. I mean, I played offensive line in high school, and that play, you just let your defender go. You don't even block him at all. And that's what's happening. And Pineview is getting upfield too quickly, and they're throwing under them. But that time tipped away beautifully to prevent a big gain.
They must have been watching their film from last week because Manti kept throwing lots of screens against Pineview, and it worked last week, and unfortunately it's looking like it's working again. It's just a high throw right there.
Trips far side. Davies trying to get him to jump.
Testing the discipline of the Panthers.
I like that. And a flag is out. That's a delay game. Now it brings up 3rd and long here.
Now this, another prime opportunity for Pineview. I mean, this is a chance to get off the field. You've got a 7-point lead, 8 minutes, 24 seconds left in the half. This is an ample opportunity to make a big play here. And I wouldn't question they might look to the screen again here.
Snaps away. Hand off. Taking the far side is Atwood. Atwood is wrapped up after a gain of only 2. Brought down by number 34, Moses Paiva.
Moses just a junior. Defensive end makes a play there for him, and beautiful, like sideline to sideline running there by the linebackers of Pineview. They're getting across the field quickly to make plays on these horizontal counters and sweeps to the outside. They've done a great job at that.
And on 4th down, they're going to go for it on a 4th and long here. Snap away, rolling near side. Davies looking to pass. Throws it downfield, has an open receiver. He's hit before. It's got to be a pass interference, and it is.
It was a great job of Deegan Davies keeping his eyes downfield. He had an out route at the sticks that the safety, the corner, everyone came up to guard. His streak route came open. Unfortunately, saw it a little late, couldn't get it out early enough to score a touchdown, but got it out in time to get a penalty and get that first down.
Oh, and it was the right play. He had the open receiver out there. I believe that was Ludlow out there, correct? That was the intended receiver. And on the defensive side of that, you just have to play that a little smarter. Don't go for the receiver. Keep your hand up in that passing lane. You see where his hands are. Just get your hand in front of it. When that ball comes in, let your hand do the rest.
Yeah. That's tough. When
it's a momentum killer.
He was trying to make up for the mistake of keeping his eyes forward and came up on that that up route, turnaround panic. Can't be doing that as a safety.
And now that is a first down here on a 4th and long. Good transition for the Falcons. They take a handoff up the middle and brought down for just a small gain of 2.
Yeah, good fill there again by another Pineview linebacker. That looked like number 48, Luke. No, it wasn't. Kyler Bundy, I believe.
So here we go on 2nd down, 2nd and 8.
Oh, correction. It was Joseph Burgess on that play, making that tackle.
Snap away Davies. Has a guy out in the flat and brings it in for a gain of about 5.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 yards here for Canyon View as they hurry to the line. And this is a big play here. Huge play in this game.
Especially on a 3rd and 5. Try to convert it here. Davies is looking. He's going to be wrapped up, rolls out of it. Still looking for somewhere to pass. Goes up with it. No one there. It's tipped around. Intended for Dax Nickel.
And right through the hands of safety Trey Mitchell as he had his hands right in the path of the football and it shot through, as we see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay here. As this play breaks down, you think that Davies is sacked and done, but he's able to get the ball out and the ball just not able to be intercepted there.
And that was Daniel Maya that had the wrap up there as a timeout is taken. We'll take a quick 30-second break ourselves. More to come on the other side here on the Fan Sports Network inside your Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Coming out of the timeout on 4th and 5. Falcons are going to go for it. On the pass, it's caught. Enough for the first down. Past the 5-yard line, taken down to the 3.
And I'm kind of beating a dead horse a little bit here, but again, the upfield penetration. And Pineview runs a 3-man front defensively. So those 3 guys surge upfield, and that middle screen is just open all day long. And number 90, Andy Pavia, he got upfield quick and applied pressure, but Davies able to get the ball out for the first down.
Falcons looking at their first chance to score here in this game. On first down, they walk it in. It's a touchdown.
Nice little quarterback counter, get the running back going left, quarterback pulls it, follows the pulling guard right there, just right in for a touchdown.
Easy touchdown play there for Canyon View. And the Falcons on the board. Looking to tie it up here with an extra point.
And what a great drive they put together there, as Pineview had just kind of stolen the momentum with the interception and the touchdown drive. But Canyon View comes back like a great prize fighter in a boxing match, swings back.
And the kick is good. Ties it up 7 apiece. We thought could maybe be a high-scoring game has turned out to just be a little bit of a boxing match here. A little back and forth. 7-7 tied up right now with 5:46 left to play here in the first half. And, the Pineview defense has definitely been looking better than they looked last week. Canyon View's, as you kind of mentioned, definitely paid attention to some film, a lot of short screen plays, and they're finding ways to move the ball upfield. This last drive went a little quicker than some of their last, and lucky for them, no mistakes, as Pineview did, yes, get some mistakes there, flag there on a pass interference that reset the clock on a first 10 counter, I should say, for the Falcons. Maybe clean up that play. This is a different drive here. Maybe it's Pineview ball and keeping Canyon View scoreless.
Could have been, and it's football is a game of inches, and that extra half second that the safety got there early on that play for Pineview really led to the score for the Falcons. So let's see how they respond, as you're going to get punched, and it's about getting back up off the mat. You're going to get knocked down, but it's about getting back up.
Kickoff into the hands of the Panthers at about the 8-yard line, bringing it right up the middle with some good running room. There was Quade Sorensen, and he takes it all the way past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Quade Sorensen just has that water bug type mentality where he just looks for a hole, like a little bug that's grazing across the water, bouncing around, finding, maneuvering by his blocks, and he gets them all the way up to the 34-yard line. Great field position to start here for the Panthers.
First and 10. Harris goes in motion, sets on the other side. They go handoff, taking up the middle, following some blockers, plus a little extra room to run after getting past some defenders. It's a first down for the Panthers.
And Brock Harris sent in motion there and ends up leading up the way for the blocks on that play. And pretty influential block that he made, kind of sprung the running back there, Kyle Richardson, to get the extra yardage for that first down to keep the chains moving for the Panthers.
A good chunk yardage there by the Panthers as well, getting 13 yards on that game.
And keeps the clock moving, try and score once before halftime, keep KMU out of the end zone. That'd be the ideal plan for Coach Boyer and the Panthers.
Snaps away, rolling out, passing upfield, open receiver. It's brought in, Colt Falnico. Gets it inside the 10-yard line.
And we hadn't heard Colt's name yet tonight, but he chimes in with a big catch, as we see here on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, as he's just wide open, got plenty of space, and makes the play. Great hands, saw the ball to his hands, didn't try and turn upfield before and get that touchdown, made sure he secured the catch.
They'll start at the 12. Shaw, again looking to pass all the time in the world.
A lot of room.
Plenty of room in front of him. He's got one defender coming his way, puts it to the corner of the end zone. Does he get in? They're going to say no.
Say out of bounds.
That is the advantage of having Brock Harris out there. If nothing else, there's nothing open, just throw it high and hope he can make a play.
See, I was talking about Levi's ability to manipulate the pocket in the pregame, and he showed it there, but I think that's one instance where he probably should have taken off and run. He might not have scored, but he could have picked up at least 5-6 yards.
Well, and he had more time to run if he really wanted to. He used up that time to look for the open receiver.
Sure.
Had he committed to the run earlier, he could have gained at least 5 yards on this play. But now we're facing a 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. Snap is away. Handoff. Richardson going around to the far side. Cuts inside, right around the goal line. No. To the 1.
Yeah, Richardson really is a locomotive when he gets going downhill. He runs with a ton of anger and power, and he just really got around that edge fast, and now setting Pineview up for another scoring potential opportunity here.
Pushing forward through the middle is Shaw. Shaw get it all the way in, and they say yes.
Two weeks in a row we've seen the tush push come to high school football, so gotta love that.
And that was a let Levi be Levi drive there. As he hit on a long ball, he tush pushed it into the end zone. He didn't make any mental mistakes. I mean, that was a perfect drive from Levi Shaw. So really impressive drive, and it caps off here. Hopefully they're able to hit this extra point.
No, I love that drive. I love the play action on that post. You know, they just come off a big run. Canview's probably thinking they're going to go again. The safety's bit up. Levi just let it go. He had the wind with him, so he didn't have to worry about the ball hanging up in the air. Yeah, that was a great drive by Levi.
Yeah,
absolutely. Extra point. It is up, and it is good. Pineview takes the lead, 14-7, with 4:15 left to play here in the first half. We'll take a break on the Fan Sports Network inside your Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Back at it here inside your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. The Panthers, after a few big plays and some that might go down as our AWP Playmaker play of the game, we see the Panthers get into the end zone for their second touchdown of the night, making it 14-7.
And then an explosive drive there from the Panthers, and shows that high-octane ability to go down the field in less than 3 minutes and punch it in. And here we go. They're kicking it back to the Falcons.
Picked up at the 1 yard line, taking it far side, trying to find blockers over there, and does find a lot of blockers. Finally coming in are the Panthers, and I believe that was Eli Nelson who came in to finally make that stop.
Eli Nelson really been all over the place, been playing with his hair on fire tonight, pinballing off blockers to get to the tackles. And I think that's, including that special teams tackle, I think he's up to 4 tackles and 2 of them for loss. So pretty special performance from that young man tonight.
So Fresh Set of Downs brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Check out their 2 Southern Utah locations. Looking for a screenplay. Nope, they go into the middle. It's tipped away.
So they tried going back to that motion to the swing with the tunnel underneath, and the receiver just ran into his right tackle there. I was just didn't seem like everyone was on the same page.
And Deegan Davies having a long conversation with the white hat official, wanting and roughing the passer there, I think, as he got clocked. But that was one time that the pressure got home on a screen pass. We haven't seen that much today, as the Panthers really been hurt by those, but get there this time.
And running with it, going near side, bouncing off a few guys there, getting down for a gain of 5. Goes down with Price Atwood.
It's going to be interesting seeing what Coach Boyer does going into halftime, knowing that they're just getting outmanned on those outside runs and those screens. He's got to keep his linemen back. Can't be rushing upfield. If it's too good to be true,
that's what
it's probably too good.
That's what my defensive line coach would say. When he would say, when you be unblocked, there's a reason you're unblocked. You're either getting trapped or you're just running upfield into a screen pass that's going right under you.
Exactly.
So, got to be smart. Got to sit down when you break that initial line of scrimmage.
And Canview takes a timeout. With that timeout, 3rd and 5, we'll take a quick one ourselves. 3:14 left to play in the first half. More when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, UD and Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Coming out of that timeout by Canyon View, 3rd and 5. Looking to convert here with just a few minutes left to play. Keeping it himself is Davies. He goes far side. Panthers are right there. They bring him down right back at that original line of scrimmage.
And it could have been a loss as Deegan Davies looked like he's got his foot stuck in the turf there temporarily, but he ended up juking out the Panther defender, but he was able to corral him 3 or 4 yards down the field. Or no, at the original line of scrimmage, but it would have been a loss. And now this comes up a 4th and 5 with 2 minutes 45 seconds. This is a chance for Pineview to go the old basketball term 2 for 1. Get a stop here, get 2 touchdowns before the end of the half.
We do know that they can score fast, as they showed on the last drive.
Maka Fiafia back to receive the punt. Not much on this one. It's going to bounce a couple of times. It'll end up at the 36-yard line where the Panthers will take control.
Great starting field position for Levi Shaw, Brock Harris, Corbin Yoakum, and co. as they look to really dent into this scoreboard again with another. I mean, they got to be thinking touchdown here. Be aggressive. I mean, last week, of course, it fell to a wide margin to Manti, but you've got this game in your grasp. It's time to kind of wrap your hands around the throat of Canyon.
On 1st and 10, trips near side for the Panthers. Shaw takes a snap. He's looking to pass, has room in front of him, goes with it down the middle. It's tipped away. That is tipped away by Bubba Ludlow.
He's got to be careful there, looking so long at that left side on that post. That backside safety was able to come over and make a play. Almost got a pick. That would have been huge for the Canyon View defense.
Yeah.
But watching Brock Harris right there, he was singled up on the far side of the field, the boundary, and he had 2 guys on him. He had that safety and the corner both watching him.
Snap away. Shaw again looking to pass. Goes in the middle, tipped up in the air by Harris. It's hits the turf. It'll be now 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a bad, dangerous pass because Jason Higgins and Dax Nickel were both in the vicinity of Brock Harris, and he was going to get swallowed if he were to even catch that ball, but he was unable to make the play, and now brings up a 3rd down and a chance for Canyon View to get off the field quickly and potentially look at scoring for them for their offense.
I was just going to say, you don't want to go 3 and out right here. Give them a chance to score right before halftime, get the momentum back.
Snap is away. Defensive pressure was cutting in underneath him. And he gets away. It's enough for a 1st down. Spinning out past the 50-yard line all the way down to the 40. Go the Panthers.
You know, Pineview took a page out of Canyon View's playbook, hit them with the screen of their own right there. Number 8, Kyle Richardson made a great play. Got away from the defensive end, stayed in bounds, which is most important. He would have been about 6 yards short of that 1st down. Was able to do a little spin move, stayed in bounds, got the 1st down, got a couple extra yards. What a great play by him.
And not just staying in bounds, obviously getting the 1st down right, but staying in bounds and letting that clock roll a little more could either pay dividends or maybe hinder you here as you're getting closer to the end of the half. Shaw looking to pass, goes up with it. Does he have it? No, I believe he's out of bounds.
What a great catch, though, by Corbin Yoakum right there. Only a couple inches away, might have been able to get that foot in. That would have been phenomenal.
Been a highlight reel one.
Oh,
Jimmy
for
John's
sure.
highlight of the week.
I do. Oh, as I was just about to say, Pineview has all 3 of their timeouts. They just called one. So they still do have 2 timeouts with 1:30 left. That's plenty of time to get into the end zone right here with their offense, with how much they throw the ball. I wouldn't be worried about the clock at all.
Yeah, I don't think time's a real factor here. Because if Pineview wants to just turn up the tempo and just run to the line every play after each completion, they could score in less than a minute. So time I don't think is a huge issue here, but they just got to find a strike downfield.
Yeah, and again, on second down, 1:26 left to play. Stopping the clock right here is a good thing for them. After getting that first down, we talked about that. If you go 3 and out, that's not great for your defense to have to try to stop Canyon View. But you don't have to worry about that anymore. You got a fresh set of downs. Now you're sitting on second down though, and 10. Plenty of time still to get in the end zone.
This is good. Calm down Levi a little bit. You know, those 2-minute drills as a quarterback, you're coming into it. You're wanting to make the big play. You're wanting to score that touchdown. You just got to remind yourself every once in a while, you know, short routes can turn into deep, big plays, or they just help you inch your way there.
And,
so
I think you have
timeout.
You have enough time here that inching your way is not a bad thing for the Panthers either.
Absolutely.
So on second and 10. Snap is away. Shaw looking to pass. Has room.
He's got it. Run.
Has to get it. Did he get it across before? It's up in the air. Brought down. Whoa. Touchdown, but there is a flag. He threw the ball.
Looks like holding on the offense.
He did throw the ball on the other side of the line of scrimmage, I believe. Let's see if we can check it out here in the replay.
It'll be interesting.
Oh, no, he missed it. Just missed it on the replay. But that is going to bring it back.
My initial thought, I even said, I thought he should have taken off because he had so much space, and it seems as if he was kind of conflicted.
And they are just going to give him with the holding call.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he threw it. Here's the thing about throwing it before you cross that line of scrimmage. Your whole body has to be across it, and I believe he was kind of straddling it.
Yeah.
So I think he got away with that. But there was a defender on the ground with 2 Panthers just kind of standing over him, so they gave him that holding call right there. So that will bring it back now for a 2nd and 20.
Yeah.
That's too bad. What a great catch by Brock Harris right there. And
Yeah, it was.
That was one of those 50-50 balls you were talking about earlier that they're not 50-50 for him. It's more
That's
like
right.
80-20.
That's right.
What a good eye to see that available in the end zone as now the ball sets right on the 50-yard line. Shaw looks to pass, goes up middle with it, has a receiver. Oh no, and
what
he's
a
dropped.
play.
Good break up there by Bubba Ludlow.
He laid the boom. Bubba came across the middle of the field. It was a heat-seeking missile and just dropped. Number 3, Quade Sorensen, as that was a big man coming at a high rate of speed at a little guy and laid the lumber.
And he got his hand right on the ball, right as it got into the receiver's hands. What a great play by the safety, Bubba Ludlow.
Falcons defense right here has only allowed just about 20 seconds or so to go by since the last time out, and now it's 3rd and 20.
Might see a draw here. Nope.
Going past Shaw, has a good pocket, rolls out. He's going to keep it himself, just gains a couple of yards.
Ooh,
and a
there's the
late
flag.
hit.
He got the
late
flag.
hit.
That's going to be an automatic on 3rd and 20.
Wow.
It'll be interesting on the replay to see how hard he actually got hit.
It wasn't much.
But it was in the rule, not in the within the rules of the game. I mean, he was on the white chalk. Any kind of contact on there leads to a flag, and looks as if.
As a quarterback, you love getting that call. As a spectator, you're like, ooh, that I don't know if that should have been called or not.
Yeah.
So,
especially on that big of a down, 3rd and 20.
Yeah, so it's a 15-yard penalty. Brings them all the way up with a fresh. They're not going to give him the automatic first here, but it will put the ball at the 33-yard line.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to see them put Brock Harris back out there on the single side. You know, put him up against a corner. He keeps getting jammed by these linebackers. Can't really get off the ball right now. Having two guys hit him per play. It's been tough.
That was one of our keys to the game, was the bump and run. Like that, they're not letting him get out into his routes, and that's been a struggle so far. But we'll see what they do here.
They put him in motion here on third. They hand it off to him. He's got blockers and room to run. Nearly tripped up, crosses the 30, gets the first down, goes out of bounds at the 25.
Picks up a big first down for the Panthers.
That's some versatility you haven't seen from Brock Harris in his years at Pineview, is running the football, as we see him taking on the Holbrook Asphalt replay across your screen, and good blocks on the perimeter for him as well to pick up that first down.
So here are the Panthers with a fresh set of downs and 57 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Shaw has it up the middle. Pass not brought in. Just thrown behind the intended receiver.
As a receiver right there, you have that wheel route, but sometimes when you see that corner just dropping, you just got to sit. You know, Levi moving up in the pocket, that's a tough throw to be able to get it on him in time before that corner. If he would have just sat right there, it would have been a much easier completion. But to get that ball there, Levi's got to be able to set his feet, and he just tried throwing that on the run. That's a tough throw.
That is. Brings up 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. Panthers looking to score here before the end of the first half and extend this lead even further. Here we go. Shaw. Pressure coming. Has a guy up the middle. No, just overthrown again. Intended for Quade Sorensen.
And I wanted to talk about the blocks, the last play from Boston Wilden and Landon Bishop, how good they were, but the pocket that play kind of deteriorated quickly. Levi couldn't get his feet set, kind of had happy feet, not able to get a good throw there.
And Falcons sent 5 rushing in.
Yeah.
I think Quade Sorensen had his eye on Ludlow as he was running that route, though. Didn't really want to set it out because of the hit he took on the last time he ran a post. So, you know, Bubba Ludlow just creating havoc back there as the safeties. I think it's getting in the receivers' heads a little bit.
Yeah. Pineview takes another timeout here. 46 seconds left to play. We'll keep it here inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Want to take this moment to thank some of our great sponsors like Holbrook Asphalt. They're bringing us the replay, but they're also bringing us the Big Score dessert. We're looking for any of our Southern Utah teams to go score 25 points or more. If they do, you get 5 ounces at Yogurtland for free after the game, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt and the Big Score dessert. Also want to shout out The Rink. You can go to skatetherink.com. They've got great events. And for the students, Saturday night's the night to head on to The Rink. 8 to 10. If you bring your student ID card, you get yourself not just a discount, but you get The Rink for free, and you just have to pay for the rental. It's not a bad deal.
Beautiful deal to me. Love the rink. I'm a big roller skating guy. I can also ice skate. Not many people know that about me.
You're an ice skater?
I can ice skate.
All
I used to
right.
play hockey a little bit. So.
Ooh. Man, I love skating. I'm right there with you. I like skating. I went rollerblading somewhat recently. Within like the last month or so, I put on some rollerblades. It's been a long time since I've done that.
But they're fun.
But man, it was good. I didn't fall over. Shaw on the play, has room to throw, gets it to his receiver in Sorensen.
Got to get on the ball quick.
And it's a 4th down. Clock will tick as soon as they place the ball, and sure enough, there it goes.
What's KJ going to decide to do right here?
It's 30 and moving.
And on 4th and 3, you got to go.
Looks like he's going to maybe run out the clock to the last second.
Call that last time out?
I think so. They're not calling any plays right now. Paul used to play hockey?
I did.
Big hockey fan. No,
Really?
I've been trying to go to as many Knights games as I can each year.
Are you going to stay a Knights fan, or are you going to switch to Utah Hockey Club?
You know, the Knights are still closer.
That's true.
So I got to stick with the Knights. And
Okay,
you can't root for a team when the name is Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah, well, it won't stay Utah Hockey Club, obviously.
Yeah. I'm a Capitals fan, so I stay above all the fray of the local teams. But I root for them all, you know, Utah Hockey Club, the Knights. Want them both to do well.
Yeah, I'm rooting for success for both because I'm right there with you, Cody, where I've been rooting for the Knights since they came. But now that Utah has a team, I'm like, all right, I mean, I gotta at least see how they do, you know? Gotta watch some games. All right, guys, 4th and 3 here. 2 seconds left to go. That's enough time for one play. The idea here, I mean, you're just looking for the end zone.
I think they're kicking the field goal.
Yeah, I think
oh, they are. They brought out the kicking unit.
You're bringing out the unit here. Has 2 seconds left, and hopefully the winds die down a little bit for the Pineview special teams here.
Hopefully not. The wind
I mean,
would
at
be
least
with
you get
them
the wind
right
at your
here.
back here.
It would
That's
help
right.
them right here.
trying to see if we've got any flags around. We got one way down there across the street from Costco over at the Tag and Go car wash, and it's still whipping out there for sure. Kick is good. It's got the distance. It is good. Gives Pineview an extra 3 at the end of the first half. 17-7. Pineview will lead this one as we head into halftime.
You know, it's good to see KJ have confidence in the kicker right there, because that first drive where they got down there, they had about a 35-yard field goal. They didn't want to go for it into the wind, but coming down here is about a 32-yarder, and he went with him, and he just drilled it right down the center.
A beautiful kick and kind of a flawless, otherwise 7 points on the board for the Falcons, but otherwise a pretty flawless first half defensively from the Pineview Panthers. They really had a great effort there in the first half.
Absolutely great first half from Pineview. Canyon View still had their great moments as well. Defensively, Bubba Ludlow has been the star so far on that side. We'll get into it all inside of the halftime show. That's coming up after the break, so stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network and bringing you scores from across Region 9 and more. All that here inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Relatives coming to visit, not enough room, or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooter's Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is halftime here on our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Thank you for joining us here today, where Pineview leads this one 17-7 after a late field goal there right as time expired to end the first half. Takes us into our halftime show, brought to you by Great Harvest Bread Company. You can start your day with hot breakfast and fresh made bread, and you can enjoy a satisfying lunch at either Great Harvest location. First half, guys, what are your first initial thoughts?
Been really impressed with the Pineview defense, to be totally honest. After the Manti game, didn't know what to expect. Said in the pregame this would kind of be a proving ground game for them, and they've really responded to the challenge. Kason Himmelwright's been a huge player for them. At safety, number 32, Eli Nelson, made a lot of big plays in the backfield for tackles for loss. Been really impressed with the defense overall. And then the offense is just, ho-hum, hang 17, but probably could have hung more if they didn't have some sputtering drives. But other than that, I've been really impressed with Pineview. Caneview going to hang, of course. I think they're going to come with some halftime adjustments and come out fired up for the second half. But really impressed with Pineview's defense. That's my most profound thought from this game.
I would agree to an extent. I still think they're making those mistakes that they should have, I know they watch film. I know KJ has them telling them what they need to be doing better on those screenplays especially.
Yeah.
But
those have been the Achilles heel for sure.
Exactly, and they keep getting out-leveraged on those outside runs to the field. They're doing a great job on the boundary, but those to-the-field runs are getting out-leveraged. So I would love to see KJ's adjustment coming out the second half. For Canyonview, I think they got to somehow get Levi pressured. He has way too much time back there. He's going to keep picking them apart like he has been. You just can't give a quarterback of Levi's caliber that much time to sit back there and pick you apart, especially with the receivers and weapons he has.
When we were talking about it with Pineview in our media day coverage, we asked, what do you feel like your strength is? And they definitely said it was size up front on that offensive line. And we're seeing that tonight. We're seeing how much time they're giving Shaw to throw it. And that's the thing about this Pineview offense. They got good size up front. They've got a quarterback that's got, he's been fairly accurate. We'll give him that. And we've got receivers that can get plays done. This offense knows what they're doing. Yeah. The good thing, though, for Canyonview is the Canyonview backfield's been great. Their safety, Ludlow, is all over the place. He's been amazing. So much fun to watch him.
Yeah, I've been to your point about the offensive line, Landon Bishop, Boston Wilden, Talon Abbott, they've all been controlling the front, creating a great pocket for Levi Shaw. And even whenever he's pressured, it's not imminent pressure. He can work his way, maneuver away, manipulate the pocket. He hasn't, I don't believe, been sacked tonight, has he, Levi Shaw?
I don't think so.
He's gotten close because he scrambled out and he went down right back at the line of scrimmage, but he has not been sacked.
That's right. I don't think he's taken a sack for a loss tonight this entire game. So that's a testament to the Pineview offensive line and those two senior anchors in Landon Bishop and Boston Wilden. So I love to shout out the big guys as they do a lot of work down there into the trenches for these skill players to make plays.
What has been impressive for me with that is Levi stepping up in the pocket, finding those holes. He's not ducking his head. He's not just looking at the line of scrimmage trying to figure out which hole to run through that you see a lot of high school quarterbacks doing. He's keeping his eyes up. He's moving up in the pocket. And that's to me, that's something that's super impressive. As a junior, I wasn't doing that. If my first read wasn't there, I was looking for which hole I could run through.
Sure, yeah, so it becomes dicey when the pressure's on. And Levi has shown that he's cool under pressure, but just wanted to point out those offensive linemen that have been paving the way for him and creating these great pockets so far in this game.
Absolutely. Let's dive into our look around Region 9, brought to you by Nets on Fire. We've got a few different games in action tonight. I know things were looking a little dire for Desert Hills earlier today, and they got that early start. Do we have the score update from there, Paul?
For which game?
For Desert Hills and Lehigh.
Desert Hills, Lehigh. It is 21-0. The Thunder trail at the half. Last update we received.
I just saw another one that Lehigh did just score 28-0 at this moment. In favor of Lehigh. Crimson Cliffs and Bingham. This one, Crimson Cliffs right now on top 7-3. That's just across town here.
Wow.
In southern Utah. They're up over the Miners right now. That's pretty good for the Mustangs.
Yeah, solid output from the Mustangs as they're fighting in that one. I mean, we were talking on From the Bleachers earlier today how that might have been an uphill battle, but they're showing after that Morgan upset, or maybe an upset. Morgan might win the 3A state championship.
Yeah, Morgan team's good.
They're very good.
That's a tough game to start the season with, but now Crimson showing that this may be more than a measuring stick litmus test game. It might be a game they can actually win.
Yeah. Dixie's struggling. They're down 30-0 against Mountain Ridge at the moment. That game is, again, one of those big tests for Dixie for sure. Snow Canyon up on top, 21-7 over Manti. That game is at halftime right now across town.
Yeah,
Warriors also trying to come off another loss, right?
It's all Warriors. At one point in that game, it was 21-0, and Joe Max Smith threw his third touchdown pass with about 2 minutes and 54 seconds in the second quarter. But it seems as if the Templars making a comeback here. They get a touchdown, and then they get a pick six to open the second half. So now 21-14, like you said. But at one point, 21-0, Snow Canyon, for a team that only scored 9 points last week.
Well, if you're looking for a team that's putting up a lot of points and the defense holding true, that's Cedar right now, 27-0 over Bear River for the Reds.
Wow, like to see that from the Reds.
Yeah.
They've come out fighting this week, and new coach out there in Cedar as well as, we talk so much about the new coaches making their marks in Region 9, and to start off 1-1 would be a great start for the Cedar Reds.
Absolutely. And Hurricane is at Moapa Valley. No score update there yet, so we'll keep our eyes on that one. But outside of that, that's your update all across the region right now. And Region 9, a little bit of a bounce back week, it feels like. There are definitely still some tough matchups like that Dixie matchup against Mountain Ridge, Desert Hills against Lehigh. But listen, we got a good game here, 17-7 right now, Pineview on top. It looks like Crimson's in it right now with Bingham, which is impressive. And, Bingham coming from one of the toughest regions in the entire state, Region 2, I believe is what it is so good. I mean, we're talking, that's the Corner Canyon region. So a team that just barely beat the number 3 team nationally just yesterday. So they're coming from a great region in Bingham. So Crimson Cliffs on top, 7-3 at the moment. So great night of football here across all of Region 9 as we are still in the preseason matchups. A lot of games to cover right now. But again, right here at Panther Stadium, 17-7, Pineview leads. This offense has been given a lot of opportunities, but I will say this, Canyon View offense starts with the ball when we come back out from the halftime break. How do we feel about Canyon View getting the rock to start?
Yeah, I mean, they got to make some plays, and it starts with Deegan Davies at quarterback, as he's been a guy that when he rolls out of the pocket, I think he's more lethal, as most of his plays downfield has been on the run, rolling, and I think that moving the pocket with him, because he is a shorter passer, I think that's key for Deegan Davies and the Canyon View Falcons in the second half. Also, just keep going to what works. The screens, they've been killer for Pineview. The outside runs to the boundary, those have been the 2 Achilles heels for the Panthers thus far in this game. So if they can keep doing that, if there's no adjustments made, but on the other side, you'd hope KJ Boyer, like you were saying, Cody, goes into the halftime locker room and makes some key adjustments to stop those plays.
Yeah, I would love to see Bubba Ludlow get involved in offense. He's making some great plays out there defensively. You can tell the kid plays hard. I want to see him get a little bit more involved. Give him the ball a little bit, see what he can do. He seems to be a powerful kid. Maybe he can make some plays for you. Break a couple tackles, get down the field.
Well, if there's one thing I'm seeing from Canyon View tonight, is that they don't lack talent by any means. This is a really talented group of young men out there, and so I expect them to come back fighting here in the second half. We're going to step aside, take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back as we wrap up halftime, it's the second half of play on the Fan Sports Network. Thank you for joining us during our Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. More on the other side inside the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back Nine Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
It's first drive.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Coming out of halftime, I want to thank you guys for joining us here this evening. I know there's a lot of places you could have been, and you're here with us, so we appreciate you on the broadcast tonight. It's Caden Formaster here, Paul Ratliff as well, Cody Wilstead. We're all hanging out with you guys tonight at Panthers Stadium and on the Fan Sports Network inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. The Panthers love their locker room time as they're just entering the field. The clock has 3 seconds left on it. Hopefully no extra delay of game calls before a snap even happens again. But Canyon View's already heading out on the field. Their return unit's out there. They're ready to go.
Oh, I would love to see another delay of game right here.
We might get it.
Might get it.
KJ might have to reevaluate.
Yeah, Coach Boyer's going to have a talking to maybe by one of the officials or something like that.
He's trying to get him off the field.
Yeah,
now.
he's yelling at him, hey, just don't worry about it. Just come off, stretch on the sideline. Yeah, he doesn't want that penalty again. So
and they're probably going to get it right here.
Yeah, they might.
I actually don't see the officials.
I know. I don't see the officials either. Now that you mention it, I'm waiting to see any of the stripes out there. But until they hop out,
I guess no penalties
calls
can be
will be made. Can't call a penalty if you're not on the field.
Here they come.
Yep, here they come. The officials heading out onto the field just in time as the Panthers wrap it up. So you know what? No harm, no foul right there. So again, this is kind of a weird thing. If you miss out, what we're referencing at the start of the game, the Panthers, we had the national anthem. We had Candy View ready to go. We were just waiting on the coin toss. The Panthers were nowhere to be seen. They finally come out. We got the coin toss. Immediately after the coin toss was over, a flag was thrown. And it was due to a delay game because the Panthers did not show up for coin toss before the allotted 7 o'clock kickoff time was upon us. So here we go, though, as Pine View will be kicking to Canyon View into the wind. Still pretty windy out there, guys.
Yeah. See that flag, a tag and go, whipping still, and still a little cooler temps we're feeling here tonight. I like that. If the wind brings the cooler temps, I'm all for it.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember it used to always, I would always count on the wind dying down after halftime, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen today. So you still got to find, as Pineview was able to pick which way they're going to kick right here, they had to think about it. They almost kicked with the wind for the third quarter, which would have put them at a deficit in the fourth. So they quickly fixed that. Oh,
we're switching sides.
Oh, looks like they didn't fix it fast enough.
Well, Pineview kind of saves themselves on that one. They don't have to kick into the wind, but now if you're Canyon View, you're playing straight into it.
But that means in the fourth quarter, they're going to be coming into the wind. So if it becomes a close game, that makes it that much tougher
and this
for them.
This is why a coin toss might matter, right? Because Canyon View won the coin toss, and of course they elected to defer, right? But now it's you're looking at this as, all right, wind plays the factor in favor of Pineview right now. You're right, fourth quarter, Canyon View has that head their direction.
Pineview tried to get it the other way.
Yeah. Refs are on top of their game. Kickoff coming your way. Brought to you by City of St. George Recreation. Here we go. It'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Bring it out to the 20-yard line.
And here comes Deegan Davies, Ryder Miller, Bubba Ludlow, the skill players for the Falcons, they need a big drive here. I mean, some of these guys were big names last week, made a lot of plays, and Bubba has on the defensive side of the football, but really hasn't gotten going offensively. So wanting to see a little more features of these top players on the Falcons.
As a side note right now, I see Levi Shaw talking to Coach Ray Hausner down there on the bench. It's the first time I've seen Hausner here today. That's going to be big, I think, for Levi this second half.
Absolutely. Flick it off and run it to the side. Stays in bounds. Gain of about 3.
First play, swing pass to the wide side of the field towards the boundary, and they start the same process they had first half, getting out wide and screens and quick passing. So we'll see if that continues to affect the Panthers, but it has thus far.
Second down. 6 to go here. Snap is away.
Another screen.
Going into the middle. Plenty of room here. And rolls out of one guy and gets it down with a gain of about 12 here on the play for the first down.
There we saw it, another screen. Just going back to their same recipe,
And then
that middle screen, and it worked again.
Still looks like that upfield penetration, too much upfield penetration by the Pineview defensive front is allowing these screens to just slip under them over and over. And it's been a reoccurring problem, and I'm hoping to see them fix it here in the second half, but it doesn't look like it.
Pass out in the flats, brought in another. Again, they like those screenplays, right?
They do. They like to get the ball out of Deegan Davies' hands fast. They don't want him to hold the football very long because they know Pineview can generate some pressure if they bring guys. But with that 3-man front, the Canyon View offensive line's done a good job neutralizing him for the most part, but it's really been due to the quick passing nature of Davies.
Ball on the 42-yard line. Davies takes the snap. He looked for that quick throw, just pump fakes it and runs back to the near side. Has some blockers. He tucks it in. Wrapped up and brought down. Lost 4 yards, maybe only 3, but either way, lost some yards on the play.
Did a great job by Case and Himmelwright right there, the safety. They tried a little bait with the screen and go, and he saw the slot receiver was going deep and stayed back. He didn't bite on that fake. So great job by him right there.
So now
he's played a really good game tonight.
Yes. 3rd and 9.
He's got to be a candidate for some of our awards tonight.
Absolutely. Snap away. Davies gets the pass off, and it's dropped. That'll bring up 4th down.
And Pineview's defensive stand here to begin the first half as the punt team going to enter the field for the Falcons. And
I want to shout out linebacker Max Durst right there. They had a flood concept, which just means everyone's kind of running an out route towards the out of bounds. And he was guarding the 15-yard out route. And then once he realized that the quarterback was beyond him, he peeled off to the shorter one and actually made the play right there to stop and deflect the ball. It's a great play by a linebacker.
Well, the punt is away, falls down just past the 40-yard line. It's going to take a roll to the 35, where the Panthers offense will start back with a 1st and 10 and look to extend their lead of 10 against the Falcons.
Yeah, already with that 17-7 lead like you referenced, but this is a chance to separate, to kind of take it to another gear and really create a deficit that Canyon View may not be able to overcome, as to go up 17 in the 3rd quarter with how well the offense has been playing and how opportunistic the defense has been. This could be Pineview's night.
Snap away. They're going to go handoff up the middle. Plenty of blockers and room to run, and a gain of 5 or 6 there on the play.
Kyle Richardson, he's been the bell cow for this team all night long, and it's been outside, inside. He's been doing dives, sweeps, counters. It doesn't matter. This guy does it all from the running back perspective.
Watch for a smash play right here. Just saw Levi signaling out. It's not what you want to do as a quarterback.
2nd and 4. Here's the pass. Screenplay for the Panthers. Nearly getting away from the defense. Eventually does, but Quade Sorensen has been an absolute threat for this offense here for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's had noticeable bursts. Like you talk about college coaches that throw on high school film and they look for stuff that pops. His speed and burst has popped tonight from Sorensen. It's been great.
And it's a fresh set of downs. 4 receivers near. This is an interesting setup they got right now. Snaps away. Again, it's Sorensen. Sorensen with some room along the sideline, past the 30-yard line, beats the defender. 1 more to go, past the 10, takes a hit. Is he inside? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Panthers.
Electric playmaker. As we talked about his burst, and he finally just got a lane and was able to use the speed, not just the burst to get through a hole, but to use the home run speed to get down the sideline for that touchdown. What an incredible play. Sorensen locked in this drive.
I love the blocking by the receivers. You know, they just did a quick little screen right there. They had 3 receivers in front of him that, you know, held their blocks long enough for him to get outside, and then it was just a foot race between him and Bubba Ludlow to the corner, the front corner of the end zone, and he won that race.
Extra point on its way. And it's away. Short. Got it just enough. 24-7. The Panthers extend the lead after a big play. Sorensen, we talked about it. He's been shifty. He's been important here for this Panther team, and he gets in for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that was just loaded up and take the express lane to the end zone as he found a wide open lane down the sideline. I mean, there was just nobody there, and Bubba Ludlow coming from the other side of the field trying to track him down, just no shot with Sorensen's speed. So elusive, the burst, the agility. Sorensen has really impressed me tonight as far as not a guy coming into this game. We talked about Corbin Yoakum. We talked about Brock Harris. We talked about Maka, but sometimes one guy slips through the cracks, and that's been Sorensen. He's been a stud tonight.
Kickoff brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. Of course, every animal deserves a loving home. You can go and tour for a great weekend and a nice little getaway. You can take home a new best friend as well. Go to bestfriends.org for more information. So the Panthers again kick this one away in the 3rd quarter. It's booted up, brought in at the 4. Crossing the 15, tripped up, does not get to the 20. It'll be down around the 17-yard line.
And Pineview really, special teams has been really good tonight. The kicking game, the coverage game, it really has been spot on as far as everything they've been doing from the special teams perspective. So it's complemented their other 2 phases of the game, the offense and the defense, very well tonight. Not allowed any big plays in the special teams game, coverage-wise, and made all their kicks, extra points. It's been flawless.
Quick shout out to our radio listeners now as we hop onto the radio side of things. And of course, we're streaming live on YouTube as well, but on the Fan Sports Network. Thank our radio listeners for joining us. 24-7 right now as Davies for Canyon View rolls it away. He tucks it and runs, gets enough for a first down, a lot more, slips through some defense, still on his feet past the 40-yard line, passes even more defenders all the way down to the 45.
That was a great play by Davies right there. They tried it again. They tried going back to that tunnel screen, and he saw it was not open. Pineview did a great job. Finally didn't rush the quarterback too often. Davies made a great play, though. Went opposite side, went away from everyone else, broke a couple tackles. Phenomenal.
Fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10, brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. 2 locations across southern Utah. Pass away, wide open there for Slack as he gets about 12 yards on the play for another first down.
Yeah, Asher Slack, he's been an impact player on both sides of the football tonight, playing a great corner for the Falcons and making some plays offensively. And he wasn't featured prominently as much in week 1, but he's really taken a role tonight.
He has. So you can see in the Holbrook Asphalt replay again, just kind of ran that curl route perfectly. Handoff is away. Atwood has a block and then takes that one for about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Maybe they get him just down inside, so they'll give him actually 9 as he got tripped up a little early.
I think what they'll mark the knee there as it might have hit a little preemptively to the first down, but still a really short yard, a good situation, 2nd and short. And you have pretty much the full playbook available to you here if you're the Canyon View Falcons. I would think about taking maybe a shot here.
Panthers take a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout ourselves, 30 seconds. We'll be back right after this here on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Handel's Ice Cream, Intercap Lending, and Red Rock Real Estate.
Back here inside of your Boulevard Home Game of the Week. And the Falcons are marching their way down the gridiron.
Impressive drive here, and it's really been fueled by Deacon Davies with his legs and with his arm, as he's been potent from both on this drive.
2nd and 1. Keeping it himself. Gets the first down and plenty more as he gets down to about the 26-yard line.
They're starting to move here and check it into high gear, and it's pretty impressive from the Falcons.
I love the no huddle. They're trying to do what Pineview was doing to them earlier in the first half.
Yeah, keep it moving quick here. On first down, it's a handoff. Atwood taking it far side. Gets past some defenders, a couple more. Goes all the way down for an 8-yard gain.
And they just keep out leveraging the Panthers on that wide side. Pineview really needs to figure out something about that.
They just got to send numbers that way or something to alleviate these outside to the long side of the field runs. I mean, it's been kind of plaguing them all night long.
Yeah.
And the Falcons go for a quick huddle here on 2nd down, 2 yards to go. 6:14 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Davies gets the ball tipped away and nearly intercepted by the Panthers.
So they
stayed home that time, the defensive line.
Canview had 2 receivers running that tunnel screen. I think they both ended up tipping the ball right there, too. They just need to make sure they're on the same page. That could have ended in a disaster as they're driving on it right here.
So here we go for 3rd down. Trips near side. Take the handoff following plenty of blockers. And wrapped up after a gain of about 5. Takes him to the 12.
Ooh, I saw a hole right up the middle right there. If he would have cut up, he might have been able to score. I wonder if they'll look at that again. Do high schoolers have the iPads on the sidelines that they can see? I know when I was coaching the Desert Hills, we did, where we could see it drive to drive.
They might.
But if they have it at Canyon View, that's something they might look at next drive, is getting out wide and then making that quick cut up the field. That seems to be there.
On 1st and 10 from the 12. Davies looking at the corner into the end zone. Goes up for it. No, and a flag.
Touchdown.
Wow.
So Pineview right there looked like they didn't even know the receiver was lined up. It almost kind of like a trick play where they had him on the sideline talking to the coaches, but he was in illegal formation. And as soon as the ball snapped, the coach tells him to go. I don't know exactly if that's what happened.
It's a little Johnny Manziel looking
right?
play right there.
That's exactly the play that came to my mind. But I did notice the Pineview corners were not out there. And Canyon View did a great job of exploiting that.
And a flag is down, so, I mean, it should be here a fresh set of downs for a 1st and goal.
No, he scored. He caught it.
Oh, did he catch it?
He caught it.
And I missed that.
Yeah, he
caught it. Right.
It was a great catch. I didn't catch the number, though.
So they're going to take the flag to the kickoff. And that was Ludlow. Kick away. And that is Good. That makes it 14-24. Canyon View with a good answer back on that drive. Beautiful drive there by the Falcons.
Incredible
And a big play, good touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great throw, right on the money. And great catch, getting hit by that cornerback.
Yeah, getting hit and delivering the football and still making the play, and it's huge stuff.
Keeping it right here for the moment, just to catch up our radio listeners on what's been going on here inside of this Panther and Canyon View game. Halftime score 17-7. Panthers come out and line up on defense first off, get the stop, come back. A few big plays later, they're inside the end zone with a nice touchdown. Big touchdown right there. It was Sorensen. Sorensen with a big touchdown pass all the way down in reception. So Panthers get up. Canyon View again. Here we go, marching back. And now with the penalty kicking off from the 50, lined up at the 50, kicking off from the 45.
What did they call on
pass interference?
That shouldn't be rolled over.
He caught the ball, so
that shouldn't be, then you'd have to decline for the touchdown, right? I didn't think that rolled over to a kickoff.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I'm a little confused by that.
I wonder if maybe they called like unnecessary roughness or something.
Maybe that is possible. Well, it'll bring it out to the 20 anyway.
So now Pineview with 5 minutes, 34 seconds left in the third quarter with a 10-point lead. Realistically, they've had some really good running plays from Kyle Richardson. He's been kind of a focal point of the offense. So let's see if he can get going here and start eating away some of this clock with a 10-point lead. And cap it off with the score optimistically if you're Pineview, but all else fails, run clock.
You take the run up the middle with room. Oh, and flipped over. A flag. Richardson with a big carry.
Quade Sorensen can't do that, though. If you have the corners back right in front of you, you can't just give him a little shove. You got to, just take the loss. You lost that rep, and that's okay. Don't make it worse by adding on a block in the back penalty. That good run is now negated.
And now, instead of 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line with the clock moving, now you're looking at 1st and 20. Or no?
Holding on the Panthers.
Spot
So
foul.
it's going to be, it will still be
interesting.
Down to a, well, they give him a 1st and 8 about. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would be a holding. I definitely saw him give him a shove. I didn't see any holds.
Yeah, I didn't see that as a shove either. So instead we go, about 1st and 9.
Pineview in need of a big play.
And here they go. Again, 1st and 9, we reset. Snap away. We're going to take it on the run again, but it's brought down immediately by Canyon View. And we've got some extracurriculars.
I think they're going to get the Canyon View Falcon there for pushing last. It's always the guy that pushes second. As the Pineview.
We'll see if we got it on the replay. We did up here, and it was that last little shove right there.
And those
got tied up with Sorensen, though.
Those were the same two on the last play.
Yep.
That got tangled up and got the penalty against Sorensen. And this time, number 8, Ishihara, decided he wanted to be the last one. Fortunately for the Falcons, that hurts them a little more than the one hurt the Panthers.
Sure.
And that'll move the chains as well. So it will be a 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. One flag after another. We're just back and forth, back and forth. So here we go, 1st down, snap away. Shaw rolls out far side. Pump fakes it, keeps it himself, and gains only a yard before stepping out of bounds.
That's a good play by Levi Shaw, though. He didn't see anything downfield. Instead of force something, just use what you've been doing all night long, roll out, and even if you don't make the throw, pump like you did there and just walk out of bounds. Harmless, doesn't hurt the offense. You got second and 9. You're still set up and with 2 downs to play here.
He did almost lose that ball on the pump fake, though.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
Would have been reckless, but he was able to hold on to it.
So it is, again, 2nd and 9.
Look at the matchup on Harris right here. They have a cornerback who looks significantly shorter than him.
They go with the handoff up the middle anyway. Gain of about 5.
Richardson's been the workhorse for the Panthers tonight, as he does not fear running into the teeth of this Falcons defense, not one bit. The front is large, fearsome, but he runs right at him, no hesitation, downhill. I've loved what I've seen from Kyle Richardson tonight, and he's just a sophomore. Keep that in mind.
This Pineview offense is young. I was just looking at it. 1 receiver that's a senior, 4 offensive linemen. I don't know if they're the starters, but only 5 guys on offense that are seniors. It's
a very young team for sure.
It's very good.
On 3rd and 4.
Unfortunately, Richardson's helmet came off, so he's not in on this play.
Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. Got a hit. Goes up to Harris. The tip ball. A little underthrown, but it drops in. It'll be 4th down.
And Bubba Ludlow playing that center field comes over, that deep center field kind of comes over and ranges over and stops that play. And it's kind of going to end what was looked like promising Pineview drive, but just boggled down by incomplete passes and really the helmet of Richardson coming off, because I think they would have run the ball again there.
One thing I noticed that drive was Kenview got a lot of pressure on Levi Shaw.
They
I
did.
saw him on the ground twice. He had to scramble that one time. That's a big improvement from the first half, and they didn't end up scoring.
Punt is away, and it will roll out of bounds at about the 21. They'll say it goes out at the 23 instead. How about that?
Last week I really enjoyed watching Gabriel, Hurricanes quarterback. I kind of really honed in. He was probably my favorite person to watch that game. I got to say, this game's probably Ludlow.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just back there returning the punt. Obviously, it didn't go to him, but that kid's doing everything. I love it. I love watching him play.
Yeah, he's definitely an impact, spark plug type guy, and I just love to see them get the ball in his hands here. Give him a chance.
Going with it up the middle again, and again, that's kind of been their go-to play here for the Falcons, starting off with it on this 1st and 10 drive.
Yeah.
I do want to see a little more diversity out of this Canyon View offense, especially with the preseason. Try some plays. This isn't region play. It's not a huge impact on playoffs. Let's try some things, see what your team can do, see what your receivers can do especially. It's all been 5-yard routes or screens or run plays.
Yeah, they're taking it in small chunks at a time for sure. And it's not like this Panther defense has been anything crazy spectacular in the secondary anyway. Just go a little deep with it every time, or every so often, I should say. As they go up the middle, and it's thrown behind Ludlow.
And they were trying to get it
They're trying.
But again, give the play a little more time to develop. He had beat the defense. He had the whole field in front of him. Just lob it up over the top, and he's gone.
Yeah, get it in front of him.
So we know he's got a lot of speed. He scored on a 47-yard touchdown just a week before, but I hope that they continue to try and get him involved if you're Canview.
Davies going through the middle.
Judas.
It's enough for a 1st down, and wrapped up, spun around, and finally going down is Ryder Miller.
Pineview is just not learning from these screens. Their defensive linemen are still chasing the quarterback.
Yeah. When the quarterback is, I was always taught as a defensive lineman, when the quarterback is fading back and just going back as far as he can, it's a screen, That should be your first signal.
Handoff, following it up the middle, wrapped up from behind and taken down right around the line to gain.
There's that cutback lane I was talking about, number 10.
Are you going to give him the first or no?
Bryce Atwood finally hit that. Good for him to be able to see that good vision.
Now Caneview going tempo.
Yeah, they're going quick here. Going for another run up the middle. They need to move that. Maybe not. Here we go. 2nd down and 4. Excuse me, 4 yards to gain, I should say, 2nd and 6.
Really crisp drive here from the offenses. They've got multiple guys involved.
And I like that quick movement there, just no huddle offense. Go into it as Davies takes himself for 2 yards.
Good fill there by the Pineview linebacking core, led by number 41 Carson Curtis, as he gets in there and kind of just mucks that up from the start. Like, not really a lot of running room for Davies. And he's an elusive runner. We've seen Deegan Davies get out of the pocket and juke some guys out, make some moves, but that time shut down in a hurry.
Trips near side for the Falcons. Here we go, 3rd down, 4 to go. Snap away, looking to pass to the far side. Gets a guy in wide open coverage. It's enough for the 1st down. Wrapped up and taken down around the out-of-bounds marker at the 38. It'll move the chains for the Falcons.
Man, they have that route all day. That cornerback is sitting way too deep for that. Oh, and now that I say that, he's actually on the ground.
Injury,
looks like an injury
here for the Panthers. Might just be a
calf cramp.
It looks like it's just a cramp. Yeah, he's just trying to stretch it out.
Got some updates from around town. Joe Mack Smith, after having 3 touchdowns in the first half, looks as if he has been injured after back-to-back sacks. Manti now leads Snow Canyon 26-21, 1:16 left in the 3rd. But now I'm seeing another report, Smith back in at quarterback for Snow Canyon.
Good.
So it looks as if he's able to get back out on the field.
That's good to hear.
On Desert Hills, fell to Lehigh as well, 35-0 for those who missed that score. Last I saw the halftime score from Crimson Cliffs, it was Crimson Cliffs 7, Bingham 3. Still looking for any updates there on that one. Manti up right now, 26-21 over Snow Canyon.
That Manti team's good.
Yeah, very talented offense, and they're showing some more defensive prowess this week. So Snow Canyon, maybe not the offense that Pineview is, but still very, very good effort there from Manti. They may be an impressive team going forward to watch.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Manti and Morgan in the 3A state championship this year.
Yeah. Cedar up 27-15. Bear Rivers getting back into this one.
Cedar, of course, has kind of a down year last year, led to Coach Hyatt coming in and working his system, and it seems to be producing dividends already as they've got a nice lead there against Bear River.
So here we go. Snap away for the Falcons. They go handoff up the middle. That breaks them down to the 35-yard line for a gain of 3.
I'm wondering the varying tempos of this Falcons offense, as when they started to get in a groove there, it seemed like they were going fast to the line, kind of 2-minute drill style. Now they're slowing it down a bit, huddling up.
I wonder if their guys are getting tired because so many of them play both ways.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fatigue is definitely a factor. I would agree, Cody.
So here on 2nd and 7. Again, they go 3 near, go back to the far side. Good stiff arm and taken out of bounds, though, down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 5.
What a stiff arm right there. He just threw that cornerback to the ground.
He did.
And that's my guy, Ludlow.
And I think
Ludlow's a tough kid.
He's a baller, but I just don't understand the Pineview defensive schematic here, playing off of him 6, 7, 8 yards.
Well, and again, they're doing the same thing. Look, 3 receivers near side, keeping it on the far side hash mark. They either have the option of a screen with these 3 guys, which is what they were starting to set up, but they're going to go up the middle, wide open. And again, another big first down here for Canyon View.
That's number 3, Dax Nickel, as he makes the play there. And this offense starting to churn here, starting to get into a groove and a rhythm. And now they're going to go quick, right back up to the line. After successful plays, they pretty much go up to the line fast.
Inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone here. 1st and 10.
Wide side again.
Atwood going way far out and gains about 5 here on the run.
Those outside runs are giving Pineview some fits right now. If I was Canyon View, I'd keep going at it.
And the run-pass balance of this Canyon View Falcon team in the second half has been, I would say it's close to 55-45, maybe even 50-50 split. I mean, they've really done a good job varying the plays, with run and pass and mixing it up on this Pineview defense.
And they're not just screens
either.
And it's a keeper. They're taking it right up the middle. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that's Deegan Davies again, showing his prowess as a runner. He's done it all this half. He's led this team. He's shown the grit, the tenacity to stay in this one when they were down 24-7. Now they're fighting right back in. It's 24-20 in a blink of an eye.
You know, for Pineview getting the ball back, I'd love to see them put Brock Harris in motion, get him off the jams that are slowing him down so much. See if you can get him the ball, as he's probably your top playmaker on offense.
This one is tightened up in a hurry.
Extra point is they roll out with it. They couldn't get the kick away, so they rolled out with it. Nothing there. That's a big stop. Now you have to go touchdown here if you're Canyon View with 9 seconds left in the third. That's a big stop there for the extra point by the Panthers.
Huge play there. Another special teams play made by the Panthers. So
absolutely.
They've been a glowing unit tonight.
Yeah, we'll take a quick 30-second break. More on the other side of the break here as Pineview leads right now 24-20 over Canyon View on the Fan Sports Network.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Just 9 seconds left to go here in the third as Canyon View is going to be kicking off to Pineview. Thank you for joining us on the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Boulevard Home, making your house a home for 50 years in Southern Utah. Kick is away for the Falcons into the hands of Pineview at the 10. Crossing the 20, going straight up the middle with it, down to about the 35. They'll mark him at the 36-yard line. So Panthers with only 3 seconds left to go here in the third, up 24-20. One full quarter left to play here in this tight game between these former region rivals, now Southern Utah schools that'll face off against each other just every once in a while, as opposed to every year.
I would love to see a deep shot right here with this being your last play with the wind.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wind still definitely a factor. Instead, they go handoff and wrapped up for a big loss. So Richardson had nowhere to go on that one. And it brings up the end of the third quarter. So coming back out of the third, it's going to be second and long. We're going to take a 60-second break here on the Fan Sports Network. More when we return on the other side inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Fourth quarter here on the Fan Sports Network. Right now, Pineview leading 24-20. Big extra points stopped towards the end of the third quarter. And now it is second down here and long for the Panthers.
Throw 12 up there. We got 12 minutes left in this ball game, so opportunity for Pineview to close this one out and get a win.
You go pass. Back down to that original line of scrimmage. goes down to Brock Harris.
Picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, Brock Harris not as instrumental in the offense today as he was last week with his 3 touchdown outing. He had that amazing catch in the corner of the end zone that was called off. But other than that, kind of a quiet night for the superstar 5-star prospect.
So here on 3rd and 9. Snap away. Shaw goes up the middle with it into the hands of his tight end, and it's enough for a first down and extra 15 yards on the play. Brock Harris making big plays.
That, he makes a big play. As Brock probably heard the broadcast and didn't like what I was saying, that he hadn't been too instrumental, but he's instrumental on this drive as he's been the focal point and makes another huge hands catch there. This is a guy that doesn't wait for it to come to the body. He's a hands guy and makes another hands grab there.
Fresh set of downs. Fabulous Freddy's first down. They go handoff, take it up the middle. Richardson drops the ball on the turf. I think it's Canyon View ball.
It is. It's Falcon football.
Let's check it out on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. The big turnover here. The snap is away, handoff. And again, he's just kind of wrapped up around the shoulders and twisted down. Nothing Richardson could do about that. Trying to hold on to that ball is tough in that scenario.
Exactly, being slung down like a bag of potatoes pretty much. And that was an aggressive play by Canyon View. The ball comes out, they make the play, and now they're set up with 11 minutes left in the game here on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. I mean, this is an incredible situation that just fell right into their lap here late in this game.
Listen, they were playing conservative football before. I don't expect them to stop now. Just look for those short routes here on 1st down.
Swing pass.
They go to the near side past the 50, down to the 40. And is it enough for a 1st down? It's going to be really close.
Pineview just has no answers for the swing passes, the screens, the bubbles, all those things that Canyon View has done so productively throughout this entire game. You would figure, like you referenced, Cody, that there'd be some halftime adjustments, that they'd really nail down on the things that are hurting them, but it just seems as if this Canyon View team is exploiting those weaknesses over and over again.
Yeah, either these Falcon receivers are incredible blockers or these corners need to give a little more effort to get off them.
On 2nd and 1. Handoff, keeping it himself, wrapped up and brought down. I don't think he gained anything,
He's going to be short.
He's going to stay short.
Bring up a 3rd and short here, and I think, yeah, it's going to be 3rd down.
I want to see this one on the replay again here. Holbrook Asphalt replay, keeping himself. And it was Dayton Christensen on the initial takedown.
Another sophomore, another young guy on this Pineview team.
Again, pushing up the middle. They go.
They got it that time.
We talked about the tush push, right?
Sure.
And they just go on a keeper there. Not much of a push, but they do go for a keeper, and they get enough for a 1st.
Their quarterback, Deegan Davies, actually never ended up on the ground right there. He was able to just step out of that and hand the ball to the referee. But there was about 6 people on the ground. He just wasn't one of them.
And they do get that 1st down.
They give him the 1st down.
So here we go.
Clock rolling, 10 minutes, 9 seconds left. And this is a pivotal drive here for both teams.
Atwood taking it to the far side. He gets stopped up after gaining about 4.
And that was one of the better recoveries because, again, it looked like that wide side of the field was opening up like the Red Sea, but it didn't open that time, as it seemed as if Pineview did a better job recovering the edges, the perimeter of the run game, and stuffed that play up for just 4 yards, where most of them had been going 8, 10, 12 yards.
You know, and that was the safety having to come up. The corner still wasn't able to get off a block right there.
Yeah. These are physical receivers for Canyon View in the blocking game.
Quick pass over to Bubba, and he gets taken down around the 31-yard line. Ludlow.
Good job holding on there by Andre Sanchez, as that's a very good playmaker in Ludlow, giving you a fierce stiff arm, but you hold on and still bring him down because there wasn't many Panthers in the area if he were to shake that tackle. He might have been going for 6.
Yeah.
Third and 5. Davies takes a snap, hands off to Atwood. He's got room up the middle. close enough to that first down marker? I believe he is. I think that's enough for a first down for the Falcons.
Falcons really starting to impose physically on the Pineview Panthers, as it's been the short passing game, but the running game now not only to the outside, that was up the middle, that was off tackle.
Yeah.
You know, so they're starting to change up the run game and give different looks to the Panthers to to complicate things for them.
They're going near side. Look to that far side on the one-on-one there. They like that a lot on the snap. Here we go. Looking to pump fake deep. He gets taken down, though. Sacked by the Panthers.
Big play there from Pineview, as the pressure hadn't been getting home with the three-man front most of the night, but they do get there this time as, man, just a collapsing of the pocket there. Nowhere for Davies to go.
Yeah, and that's where I was talking about earlier with Levi, being able to keep his head up. Davies was looking for a hole to run through, and there just wasn't one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needed to tuck it so early right there.
Great gap control by Pineview. Another screen, yep.
And there you go. And not taken down yet, still on his feet. Hit a couple of times, but stayed up on his feet enough to gain, say, about 5 yards.
We have the replay on that, the Holbrook asphalt replay. I'd love to see this. There was a free runner right at Davies, and he's still able to get the ball away. I mean, what a play made by the quarterback there.
There were two Canyon View Falcons that were hit hard on that play. Davies, and then I don't know who the receiver was, but his initial hit was a hard one.
Yeah.
And this has been a long time-consuming drive here for the Falcons.
It's got to be tough on that defense. They're using a lot of explosive energy every single play here on a 3rd and 5 now. Ball just about the 21-yard line. Davies looking for a receiver. A lot of protection. He's going to tuck it and run. Plenty of room to run. Gets past the 10 and finally brought down. But after a gain of about 10 yards, that's enough for a first down and plenty more.
I think that's a great point by you, Cade. And the fatigue of the Pineview defense is starting to set in a little bit because they've been out on the field for a while now.
And if you look at the defensive linemen, they're standing up. They're not down in a stance trying to get through. They're standing up now.
Trying to breathe.
And I don't know if that's how they've been the whole time, but I haven't really noticed that yet. But they're not getting down in a stance to get through. They're all on their.
They're not firing out from a 3-point stance. They're all in the 2-point, right?
Yeah.
Davies keeps it himself. Gets down inside the 5.
You're not going to be able to get a good push on the offensive line from standing up, though. So I'm not surprised Canby is able to drive this down the middle.
Davies has been liking these keepers when they're within those 5 yards. I should say when it's a 1st and goal, he's kind of been going for those keepers. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to do it again here.
No, as a quarterback, you look at these and you know it's a tight window. You want to do it all yourself a little bit. A little selfish.
Instead, he hands it off to Atwood, and he's brought down for a loss of 2.
Yeah. 3rd and 4 now. Another big money down here for the Panthers as they want a hold here. I mean, obviously it's 2-down territory for the Falcons because they're down 4, but I would love to see a defensive stand here from the Pineview Panthers.
Watch the eyes of Davies right here. I don't expect him to be looking at the pass play for very long. I expect him to kind of look for a hole to run through.
Sure. Because that's what he's loved near the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
Snap away. Again, keeping it himself. The defense watched it come. Only gained a yard.
Now that is just rock solid gap integrity by the Panthers as they didn't stray from their assignments. They all played fundamental football and made the stop there, as we see on the Holbrook asphalt replay. A corral of Panthers just rolling in and crushing that play from the start.
Just under 5 minutes left to play here in this game.
Biggest play of the game thus far.
Snap is away on 4th and goal. Looking to pass, rolling near side. Still no open receivers, throws it up. It's blocked down. It's incomplete and some extracurriculars going on out there. No flags, but the Panthers make a big stop when it matters.
Yeah, that is a goal line
And now
stand.
a late flag.
Oh.
This might go against Pineview.
Oh, man.
Number 28, Joseph Burgess, just couldn't stop talking to Ludlow right there. You got to be smarter than that, guys. You can't be doing that because you're already getting the ball on the 6-yard line. You're now going to get backed up to the 3. You're only up 4 points. You know, that's being on the 3-yard line. You could have big safety risk right here, and then they get the ball back down 2. A field goal could come win it. So you got to be smarter than that.
When you're at a point, if you go 3 and out here, even a punt puts them at maybe the 50 at best.
And your punter at the
into the wind
will ride up against the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it's a perfect storm for Pineview to where they have to get the ball away from that end zone with their backs up to it. And again, with that flag, it puts them even closer. So they will start their drive inside the 5-yard line with a field of, we'll say, 97 yards to go.
And Richardson's done a great job today, but
they're backed up pretty deep.
He's more of a speed guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see him get
play
power
call
ball.
here. It's really interesting. You're right, because there's no way they could take a safety, give the ball back to Canyon View.
Yeah,
they just can't.
brutal.
That'd be brutal. So they've got to avoid that. And I think Levi, you know, this might be a quick pass type scenario for Pineview.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't hate it.
I think running the football here may be thinking a little bit inside the box.
Well, and I'm not going to be surprised if we see the Falcons send 5 or 6 guys on this first play right here.
Absolutely.
They've got 4 lined up with 4 more right on top of it, and they go with the handoff with blockers. They get past the 10.
And Richardson is
now
just
I'm not as
mowing.
worried.
Yeah, exactly.
if I'm Pineview.
Yeah, exactly. That was a great run. Gets them set up here, and 2nd and short. It's 8-yard gain.
Yeah, it goes to a 2nd and 2 here. Big play there by the Panthers.
The left guard pulled, and the hole was so open he didn't end up blocking anybody.
They go on another handoff. With room, gets tripped up, gets down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play again.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle Richardson's been like one tackler away on multiple runs from breaking one off for a huge, like a 6-point express lane. Let's just get down the sideline. But he's been stopped a couple times by the last available tackler. I've noted that a few times tonight.
And he's trying to make up for that fumble last drive too right now. He's running extra hard.
Pineview keeping a tight set. Here's the snap. Another handoff. Richardson finds a gap, gains about 7.
And this is the perfect way to salt away a win. You just give it to your workhorse. And I know he just fumbled, but it shows confidence from the coaching staff and KJ Boyer that they're putting the ball right back in his chest right after he fumbled the football. That's big confidence builder for Kyle Richardson, knowing that his coaching staff has his back.
Canyon View with 3 timeouts and 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in this game. So be watching for those timeouts to start coming in handy for them. As the snap is away, and another handoff, taking it up the middle. It's a 1st down and more for Pineview. Richardson is quickly becoming the player of this drive, if not even the player of the second half, maybe the player of the game right now for the Panthers here late in the game.
3 minutes, 5 seconds late in the game, an understatement here for Canyon View. They need a stop desperately.
Well, Pineview has not gone
to just run the clock, though.
Pineview has not gone to the ground very often, so the fact they've gone to the ground every single play on this drive is something Canyon View just hasn't seen yet. And they go to the ground again, another run. Bumped up against the lineman, rolled out of it and only gained 2 yards.
Really good contain there by Canyon View as Richardson was trying to bust outside, but there was just no lanes, nowhere to go, as the edge contained is so key in the run game and the pass game with mobile quarterbacks, and they did a good job of containing the run there.
Again, that brings up 2nd and 8 with just over 2 minutes to play. Cody, you were going to say?
I'm wondering when Canyon View is going to start using their timeouts here. Time's running a little low, 2nd down, so we'll probably see one after this play if they get a stop.
Especially if it's a 3rd and beyond 5 for sure. Snap is away again. It's a run. Trying to follow some blockers. Not much room to run. He gets back down to that original line to gain, so it is 3rd and 8.
There's the timeout.
We're under 2 minutes, so crunch time here at Panther Stadium.
Absolutely. With that timeout, we'll take a quick one ourselves, and when we come back, we're wrapping this one up. 24-20, Pineview leads. 30-second break. We'll be back right after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
So Pineview with a big third down here. Canyon View looking for a big stop. This is an important stop right here for the Falcons.
Yeah, this is the most pivotal play in the game. If Pineview is able to pick up a first down here, that should pretty much do it in my mind. Even with the timeouts of Canyon View, if they're able to pick up a fresh set of downs here, that should pretty much ice it. But huge play.
They've gone to the ground every play this drive so far. This one they go to the air. Shaw gets it to his receiver.
It's a face mask.
And a flag. Yep, they do call the face mask.
That's going to move the chains and pretty much stick the fork in the Canyon View Falcons. There's been a lot of big penalties in this game that have either taken away big plays, ended drives, or extended drives for either team.
Yeah, and again, it's Kyle Richardson, who's been coming in clutch this whole drive. There he is again, obviously on that reception. So
he's done a great job all game, running hard every time the ball's been in his hands.
Yeah.
And a fresh set of downs, as we mentioned here for Pineview, with under 2 minutes left to play. Minute 48 here on the clock. Gets him into Falcon territory at the 44-yard line with, again, that fresh set of downs. Brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. 2 locations here in southern Utah.
Going real slow now, just running as much clock as possible here.
Yep.
I would expect a handoff to Kyle Richardson.
Snap is away, and sure enough, they go handoff up the middle.
A little power play.
Good gain there.
Great.
6 yards.
Powerful block by number 51, Talon Abbott, as he just road graded and pancaked a Canyon View Falcon. Kind of on the opposite side of where the run play was, but we can see it here on the replay. Just driving him to the ground there, number 51. Great play.
Yeah, big play there. Talon Abbott. And again, another timeout taken by Canyon View. Timeout's brought to you by Udi & Associates, your local American Family Insurance agent here in southern Utah. So again, 24-20 up on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
Second down. Pineview could technically, does that say Canyon View has one more timeout? Never mind.
Canyon View has 1 timeout, Pineview with 2.
Okay.
So pick up a first down here and the game is over.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you get a first down here, it's for sure done.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to the ground again on 2nd and 4. Shaw takes the snap, and again a handoff with a block, plenty of block, and a lot more room to go. Tripped up a little bit on the play afterwards, and it's again a first down, and the Panthers will just ride this one out.
You know, that's an impressive drive by the Panthers with one pass play that ended up being a swing route to your running back, being able to march from the 3-yard line to the opposite 27.
When you needed it.
When you needed it,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah, it shows mature football after what happened last week. They're learning, they're growing, and this offense is finding ways to move the ball. Again, on a run play.
And I know Levi kind of stole all the headlines last week with 6 touchdowns, but realistically, Kyle Richardson has been one of the players of the game tonight, not just because of this drive, but all game long. I know he had the fumble, but still, the way that he's been running, like you say, Cody, it seems like he's running even harder since the fumble, and I didn't think that was possible.
No, I've been very impressed, and I think last week they focused so much on throwing the ball that this week they might have just found one of their playmakers for the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Canyon View does take another timeout here. We're going to keep it locked in right here. And again, with 40 seconds left to go here in this ball game, Pineview Panthers are just looking to ride this one out for a win.
They should just come out and kneel it.
Yeah, they got 40 seconds up on the clock, so.
Is the play clock 40 seconds in high school, or is it 35?
You were the coach. You should know that one, right?
I want to say it's 40. I think everywhere but the NFL is 40.
My first thought was 40.
As a quarterback, taking a knee from the shotgun sucks because it's automatic negative 5 rushing yards.
Those rushing stats.
Run up a little bit and then take a knee.
He worked really hard to get those 5 yards today and just handed them right back right there.
This game's been a little chippy, too. That's an underrated factor that we haven't talked a ton about, is there's a lot of fouls, a lot of flags, but
every game with Canyon View is always like that because they play hard. It frustrates people. They were like that in basketball and in football when I played. They just they have an extra gear that rubs people the wrong way sometimes.
And that will do it as the clock ticks on down. Pineview will get the win here, 24-20. They will improve to 1-1 on the season. Canyon View also will be 1-1 after this ball game, and Pineview again one more game after this. I believe they're going up the road to Tooele.
Yeah.
And had a good game against them last year. See what they could do against them this year. But you live with this win for the weekend when it's back to it on Monday. So again, Pineview gets the win here, 24-20. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll hop into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Post-game coverage, again, brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. That's on the other side here on the Fan Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Welcome in, everybody, to your Boulevard Home Game of the Week, where Pineview gets the win over Canyon View, 24-20. Thank you for joining us here on the broadcast tonight on this Friday night, and it's a big win here for the Panthers in their second game of the season. We're inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Shout out to Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, where Dr. Cody makes you feel right at home. You can call for that $79 new patient special, 435-656-0511. Hopping into it here, Paul, this was a big turnaround from last week.
Absolutely. We talked about it in the pregame. Wanted to see the defensive intensity increase, and we saw that tonight, holding Canyon View to just 20 points on the scoreboard, less than 3 touchdowns put on the board, and it was an incredible effort, I thought, by multiple guys. Eli Nelson, Case and Himmelwright. There was just multiple defensive contributors that were making big plays throughout the night. Number 90, Andy Pavia, the sophomore. Those were 3 names that I was watching all night long making big plays for the Panthers.
Absolutely. And you got to give credit where credit is due for Canyon View as well. They had, I will say this, I like Deegan Davies, the left-handed quarterback, he definitely has a good sight. They're running a conservative offense. It's working for them. They have Ryder Miller, who kind of likes to be the go-to guy on those screen plays. You have Bubba Ludlow, who he puts in the work both offensively and defensively. Those were the main guys for Canyon View, so definitely got to give the shout-out to them for being the big guys to come in and really push this Pineview team to make that last final stand.
Yeah, and they made that stand. They were aided by a penalty, but they still made the stand, and that was the biggest play of the game. And the defensive integrity of the gap control was tough on screens, but when they needed it most on that final drive, they were able to stand up Deegan Davies multiple times near the goal line. So really impressive effort. We knew about Pineview's offense, their acumen. They had 42 points the week before. We knew they could score, but could they defend? That was the big question coming into this week, and they answered it for us tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, let's start hopping into some of the awards here for the night, shall we? The big one, okay, our Findlay Subaru star of the game. Who's the number one guy that we look to as being the guy in this ball game here tonight?
I got to say it's Kyle Richardson. You know, he had 21 rushes, 117 yards. He did have that one fumble, but you know what? It happens. He's going to learn from it. He ran even harder after it.
And the last drive was all him.
Absolutely. I think even with that fumble, he's still going to be the star of the game for Pineview. Everything kind of ran off of him. Even their deep plays were off of play action because of how he was running the ball.
Let me go with a different guy here. I'm going to go on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go safety Kaysen Himmelwright. Made the interception, almost had his hands on a second. Multiple tackles from that safety position coming up. So I was really impressed with him, really liked his game tonight.
Both of which were fantastic for sure. I think we can give an offensive and a defensive for Findlay Subaru player of the game. Go check out FindlaySubaru.com on the savings side of the freeway. Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Playmaker play of the game. We had some really great plays, but I think it might have to go to that play that put Pineview well on top with the deep pass down to number 3, Quade Sorensen, where he took it down the near sideline in for the touchdown in the corner.
I'm also going to say the long pass to Maka Faiafia. I like that play as well. That kind of got the momentum rolling for him. So that's another candidate for me. What about you, Cody?
I'm going to say that interception you're talking about.
Okay.
You know, that he got it right on the goal line, if not in the end zone. You know, so it stopped them from driving. It got them a stop early in the game. I know Pineview went and scored that next possession. So I'm going to go with that interception.
Nice. I like that call.
I like that as well. Yeah, big defensive plays like you're talking about, things like that were huge, stopping the run. And, again, being able to figure out those screen passes. I think there were times where it felt like, all right, they're getting the hang of it now. That second half, it felt like they were starting to get the hang of it a little bit more.
I hope going into next week they're getting even a little bit better at that. It's got to be frustrating for Coach Boyer because I know he put some emphasis on it this week. So hopefully his guys are able to put even more emphasis on it and learn a little more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Final thoughts on this game, guys?
Really great all-around effort from Pineview. The defensive intensity matched the offensive octane today, so I'm really impressed. It was kind of a best case scenario for Pineview to come out with the win and to get some great performances from so many different guys along the offensive and defensive lines, combined with the skill players in corners, safeties. I mean, it was just an all-around team effort, and I think Cody's Findlay Subaru star of the game, Kyle Richardson, he definitely won them that game on that last drive. It was a masterclass of running the football.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's been a fun one. Thank you to all of our viewers and listeners, whether that's on the radio side or, of course, on the stream as well. Thank you for joining us as the Pineview Panthers get the win over Canyon View 24-20. We will be back with more games next Friday night here on the Fan Sports Network. Make sure to check our website for the games that we'll have streaming there. Just click on the Region 9 tab next week, and we'll have those games ready for you. All right, from all of us here at Pineview High School, thank you for watching our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Have a good evening, everybody.